What's up, everybody? It's a Nice Guy Andy podcast. You know what we do. It's Wednesday night, and we watch wrestling. Tonight, we got a special guest, referee Peyton Bowman in the house. So, and on my right, I got co-host Johnny, superfan Johnny Lee.
What up, what up?
Go ahead, Johnny, take over.
Oh, yes. Well, here you can see to my left right here, we got Andrew Do Browning.
What's good? What's good?
And right there, the man of the honor, Peyton Bowman.
What's up, guys?
That's right. And on TV right here, we got some AEW Dynamite.
Go ahead and tell them who made the belt.
Oh, yeah. You look, see this belt right here on the table? You want to know who made that belt? Well, his name is the man from Pakistan, Muhammad Jafar. And right there, the man of the honor.
The nice belt.
Fun fact, I found out that there's a promotion in Texas, Pele Pro. Kyle is the promoter's name. They actually made his belt too. The man from Pakistan. I can't remember what his name was, but he does a killer job making belts. So if you're a promoter, can't go wrong with this guy.
Yeah, Muhammad Jafar is his name.
Yep.
He's made all my belts. I've got 3, and I've had 9 belts made from him because I've got some small ones that I wait for Christmas last year, and he does a great job.
Yes, he
and
does.
He's in Pakistan, and you kind of there's a little bit of difference in the translation, but he's honest. You send him the money, he'll send you a belt.
Man.
He'll do his best job. You know, you can look at that one, and I'm actually having the red version of that made.
That's cool.
To replace the other one.
Does Zodi have the same belt?
The Zodiac belt is the Monster Head belt, which has the Monster Head logo on it. That was our first logo when we first started the podcast. I had that belt made, and I had the other belt made that Slicky J has got, which is the In Studio belt. And but I had it made from I had it made through I had it made through Undisputed Belts.
Okay.
And it's not the best. I mean, it is what it is. You know, it's for the price you get what you want. You know, you get what you ask for, and they do what they say they're going to do. But it's nothing like that belt.
And Tech Support Dave is tuning in. Hiya, Dave.
And for the money that I spent on that belt compared to that belt, it's like, just go ahead and spend the extra money.
Dumpster match?
Yep, that's what's happening.
Is that what this is? A dumpster match?
No. That's going to happen with the Acclaimed and Gun Club.
Yep.
Former New South Tag Team Champions.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, they were down in they were down with Anthony Presley down at
Nashville.
In Nashville.
I was there.
Saw that.
I was there Friday.
He was down there?
Mm-hmm.
Did you go to any of the shows?
Yeah, I helped work the Black Label Pro show.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Black Label was down there. I heard a lot about them. Are they really cool?
They're awesome. Yeah, Black Label Pro is they're one of the best indie promotions in the country for sure.
Oh, really? We'll have to check them out.
Check them out.
Where are they located out of?
They run mostly Indiana, like Chicago, that area. I don't think they do much in Ohio, but they were down in Nashville for StarCast. Like GCW ran there Friday night too. What is this?
I don't know. That's the best
heck?
friends. They're
That's rad.
they're just crazy. The best friends
That's
are.
cool.
It's a little awkward there.
Fun fact: I've heard Chuck Taylor's a scumbag in real life.
Oh, dang.
Oh yeah,
Heard that,
They
heard
are.
that,
They're
heard
coming
that.
back big time. I've seen a lot of people wearing them.
Okay.
But hey, I was always a fan of Chuck Taylor
Hell yeah, me too.
back in the Chikara days.
Dave
Speaking of
wants to
Chikara,
know-
Bryce Remsburg.
Dave
Chikara
wants to
referee.
know at home.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the shoes.
David at home wants to know, how you doing, Peyton?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm stoked to be here for sure.
Us too. We're happy to have you.
Yep.
What I'm over here doing is I'm on the Facebook and I'm sharing to a bunch of my groups.
Yeah,
That's right.
I was just doing the same thing.
So I get we get the podcast out on Facebook.
Oh man.
Real far, you know.
And,
My biggest you would not believe this, but my biggest fan base are out of New York City.
Really?
Yeah,
That's cool.
I check my
New York City,
analytics.
really?
New York City watches us the most.
Oh,
Even
there
more
we
than
go.
even more than Lexington.
That's great.
Man, let's go.
The Big
New
Apple.
York City.
The Big Apple. We
What
love
is-
you too.
Is this just a singles match?
Don't know.
This
Yeah, I
one
think
is,
so.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love Jay Lethal, man.
Yeah, but he just
Yeah.
wrestled. He just wrestled with Ric
Oh,
Flair.
he just hit his little step.
I didn't watch that
Dog.
match, but yeah.
It was a good match. A good match to go out on. I mean,
Went out on his own terms.
yep. And
And
people can say what they want, but Ric Flair went out how he wanted to go out.
Right.
Yeah, it was
Yep.
kind of cringy. It was kind of
Yeah.
cringy, man. Did you
How old
see
is
it?
he? How old is he?
He's
73.
77, 73, 73.
No way he's 73. He's older than
Yeah.
73.
Yes, he's 73.
Well,
I couldn't believe it.
he's been,
But the things he's gone through, I mean,
rode up wet, put away hard.
he went out the way he wanted to go out.
Yeah.
All I gotta tell people, you say it's cringe. Well, when were you old and you drew a packed card in a packed house
Oh, I
like
don't-
Ric Flair did?
I like at the end of it, I was like, oh, man, what the hell did I do? At the end of it, I was like, do this again next year. I mean, Ric Flair
Yeah.
don't have to.
Yes.
He don't have to wrestle, but like, put a Ric Flair
Oh, no.
presents show on every year. You
No,
know,
they'll do another Jim Crockett show. Like,
Yes.
'cause,
Yeah.
Conrad Thompson.
that's cool.
You put,
Yeah.
like, I was thinking, like, I was working the StarCast, like, as a staff Friday last week, and just seeing it was the first day of StarCast, and all these people were coming there, and, like, the lines to get in the place was huge. I was thinking, this came as a product of a podcast, like Conrad Thompson's podcast, like, the whole ad-free shows, like, that's what got those people there. Obviously, Ric Flair was there, but Ric Flair wasn't there that day.
Yeah.
Or they were doing the Ric Flair roast. But like that came as a product of Conrad Thompson's podcast shows. So
Exactly.
like
Yep.
Conrad Thompson can put on a show and draw that for sure.
Yeah. So like, I don't know what they should do, but like every year they should have one of those. I mean,
can
they
see
should
it.
have something like bring a like next year do Sid Vicious or somebody like that. Have
Yes.
their last match. Do the last match every year. Pick somebody and do a last match.
I could see Conrad doing a very NWA based show. Like I know he's tied with those guys. Like I could see that being a thing. I don't know about being like somebody's last match every show or every year, but putting on like a big like StarCast and then
I
a
loved
wrestling
it.
show along with it.
It was like Forbidden Door, but like old school Forbidden Door because you had Impact, you had AAA, you had WWE guys there, you had AEW guys there, you had some New Japan guys there, you had
Yep.
everybody at
and
this
you
show.
had an NWA feel.
NWA feel, you had everybody there.
right.
All the people were there.
Thank you for watching Chris Cornett and Lisa Brooks Cunningham and Daniel. Come on now. I could lace his mask. It's him that can't lace mine.
Guys, we're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, we're on Twitch, and tonight we have referee Peyton Bowman in the house with us, and he is a Kentucky at this young age already a Kentucky legend. I don't even say a legend, but like everybody likes you. Everybody like anybody I've asked about like who's the ref in Kentucky, your name comes up.
Wow.
Yep.
Most recognizable name. I
The
told
most
you.
recognized ref.
And
and
let me know too if you want to join my live feed whenever too. So
Okay. Yeah. for
all the
sure.
faces love you and all the heels hate you.
Yeah.
And ju-
That's
and just so you
usually how
know,
it goes.
You were the guy that Austin Michaels knows the first time at New South. He's like, wait, hey, is that Peyton?
Yeah.
Peyton Bowman. And then he
Austin
started-
Michaels.
Austin Michaels, we're gonna have him on the show at some point. and
Here's the thing. I think we need to see Austin Michaels and Andrew. I think we need to see put them all the belts on the line. You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Every one of the belts on the line. Whoever wins leaves with all the belts. That's what we need to do, Andrew.
Yeah.
Why aren't we talking about this?
yeah, I like the sound of that right now already.
Shoot.
yeah,
Yeah.
I've yet to see Austin.
I'm shouting out Austin Michaels right now. I'm putting the defending titles right now.
Wow.
Oh,
Austin
no.
Michaels, if you're
Big
ready for
challenge.
me, let me be ready for me right now.
Yeah, I need to go down and
What's
watch
up,
one
Chris
of his matches.
Blade? Southern Outlaw.
It's hard to
Watch
get
him.
to all these
Blade.
all these shows that we need to get to. We're like, like last weekend, I wanted to go up to Kentucky Elite because they were doing the flood relief show.
Yeah.
And shout out to those guys. Much respect for you guys for doing all that. They got a bunch of water and a bunch of stuff to get for the flood relief, and that's just incredibly awesome. But we were doing a show here. I wanted to go up and check that out, and then we wanted to go to Nashville too, but we still had to do the podcast show. So
I was like, nah, man.
next year, if something like that happens, we'll definitely try to be there.
Yeah.
But
I was at Rupp Arena last night during this UK men's basketball scrimmage. And I donated $20 for the flood relief victims. And
heck
stuff.
yeah, man! That's what you're supposed to do.
That
Kentucky is supposed to stay with each other, stay together with each other. Yeah. Sometimes Eastern Kentucky is put off like it's its own entity, but it's all the Kentucky people need. The Western Kentucky, Central Kentucky, we all need to come together for Eastern Kentucky and help with
the two B's and Bobs.
Because Kentucky's one big entity. It's not just Western Kentucky, Eastern Kentucky, Central Kentucky. We're all together in this. So
right.
But you got any crazy stories to tell us about being a referee? And tell us, well, first of all, tell us how you became a referee. Why did you pick to become a pro wrestling referee? Did you start out wanting to be a wrestler? Because you're a young age, right? What are you, like 25? Something? What are you?
21.
21 years old. Well,
yeah.
you seem older than that a little bit, but I thought you was probably about 23, from 20 to 25, but you're 21.
Yeah, I got started when I was 20. So obviously I grew up watching wrestling, huge wrestling fan.
Yep.
How long have you been refereeing?
Refereeing since March of last year.
Okay.
So or February.
And you do such a good job. Like, I've watched you several times. You look like you've been doing it for years.
Just since February or March. I can't remember. Of last year.
Of last year. So almost over a year now.
Just over a year. In my second year.
Yeah.
But I lost my train of thought. But yeah.
You wanted to tell us how you got into it.
Yeah. I grew up being a huge wrestling fan, and what's funny is I got cousins and stuff. Like, we played video games like the PlayStation. I never owned until I was in high school, and have a console, so I would play at my cousins or family gatherings, and they would bring the PlayStation. I would play SmackDown, Shut Your Mouth, stuff like the video games, and that was I was introduced to wrestling that way, and the cousins would have all these WrestleMania discs or the anthologies or whatever. So I would watch wrestling with them, but I would never watch it live. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then one day my parents took me to.
I figured they were having on the wrestling console. They were like, "I'm gonna have a match, and you're gonna be the referee." And you're like, "Well, I'm just gonna be your referee."
No, that would be cool.
You'd be the special referee on the show.
Cool. That would be a cool story. But no, my parents took me to an OVW show. Whenever I was probably 5 or 6.
Shout out to OVW, Al Snow.
Shout out to them.
Matt Jones. We want you guys on our get you on our show sometime. Okay, go ahead.
That's right, OVW.
But that was my first introduction to live wrestling, and then same thing happened. Blah blah blah. Just casually I like wrestling. Wrestling's cool. As a little kid, and then 2009.
Hand me that tablet, would you?
This tablet, yeah. And then 2009, I watched Raw for the first time. It was Shaq and the show Shaq and Big Show had their big face off.
Oh yeah, okay.
2009. So that was my first introduction to live wrestling. But the thing was, I couldn't watch where my house is. There's a tree that blocks that would block certain channels on our satellite. So I couldn't watch USA. So we would have to watch Monday Night Raw on Wednesday nights on the the Spanish-speaking channels. So that was how I watched wrestling growing up, weekly. And but yeah, and then I just fell in love with wrestling that way. And then NXT started really soon after that, and because I got sci-fi, so I would watch ECW, WWE ECW, and then it turned into NXT, and I see these guys like Daniel Bryan coming up. And so I look up stuff about Daniel Bryan, and I find out, Daniel Bryan was Bryan Danielson before he was Daniel Bryan. Yeah. So then I found, because I grew up in the age where I had the internet in my hands, I could go on YouTube and watch all these old wrestling, independent wrestling shows, and I found out, Ring of Honor is a thing. Right after I fell in love with WWE, I found out independent wrestling's a thing, Ring of Honor, and New Japan and all this stuff. So I fell in love with the independent side of things a lot more than I did the WWE.
Yeah, you like,
that's
damn.
right.
There's a show right down the street.
Yeah,
I can
and
go
that-
down there and watch
that's
it.
what happened because and then like not long after that, I see a poster for a show called Pro Wrestling Freedom. It used to run out of Corbin, Kentucky, and it was their first show, and the big match that was advertised was Big Van Vader versus deathmatch wrestling icon Madman Pondo.
Yep.
So and Madman Pondo's popular around these parts.
Warlow's coming out. He's gonna kick some ass.
boy.
Go ahead.
Uh-oh. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
And so go to Corbin for Pro Wrestling Freedom, and that was how I fell in love with like independent wrestling, like in in Kentucky.
So where are you at? Where are you living at?
Rockcastle County.
Rockcastle.
So,
oh,
like,
okay. I know
45
what that
minutes
is.
south.
Right on the other side of Richmond.
Yep. Yeah. Like
Yes.
right after 30 minutes south of Richmond.
What's up, Bobby Blade?
Bobby
Bobby.
Blade.
Hey,
Bobby
hey,
Blade.
Bobby Blade knows about PWF.
Yes, he
He's a
does.
PWF guy. But yeah, and so just fell in love with independent wrestling and New Japan and just all that, like the non WWE. Like I was like,
yeah.
I still watch the WWE and TNA.
Oh, yeah.
and-
Like we watch everything. We watch everything we can. Like,
Yep.
we love wrestling.
we
If
make
it's
sure-
wrestling, we watch it. Midget wrestling, we don't watch. We watch anything.
Hey, we'll watch that too because
Mud wrestling, we watch it all.
say what you want, but midget wrestling is great.
Yeah, it is. It's awesome. No, I'm
Aaron
not.
Rose
I'm not
was-
down it at
I
all.
know,
I think
but
it's hilarious. There's
Aaron Ro-
one. There's one down in the Gatlinburg, I think, that they
actually
do all the
went to-
time.
I actually went to their first show, Micro Wrestling.
Yeah,
it's
down in,
Nice.
is it in Gatlinburg, right?
It's in Pigeon Forge.
Pigeon
or
Forge,
Seville.
yeah.
I went to their first show in their venue. It's called the Microtorium.
Yeah.
I went to their first show there. Like we were just on vacation, and we're like, "Oh, Micro Wrestling's in town," and I was already a referee at that point.
Man.
We'll have to go down there and check in one of their shows one time.
Yes, we do.
It
that
was
would
it
be
was
something.
it was
I'd
definitely
be
a show.
down for it.
That would be awesome. That'd
Yeah.
be cool.
But I was still a fan. Like going back to where I fell in love with independent wrestling, watched all throughout high school. Like I fell in love with PWG, Ring of Honor, Evolve, like all these like bigger independent shows. And
OVW.
I wasn't too big on OVW. I just
You just seen 'em, yeah.
I couldn't get the channel like it was on. So I was more like the stuff I could find on YouTube.
Yeah.
But then one day I went to a show. It was Pro Wrestling Revolution that Scotty Ray booked, and Scotty Ray just passed away.
Yeah, I heard
past,
about
past
that.
a year
Yep,
or
I
two.
saw that.
So, but I went to one of his shows, Pro Wrestling Revolution, and I watched a match. I think the Heartbreakers. You had Brock Landers. I can't remember the but it was Colt Cabana and Cliff Compton in a tag match with the Heartbreakers. And I've like at that spot or like in that match, I was like, I want to be involved in the business in some way,
Yeah.
in some capacity. Just I don't know what it's going to be, whether it's just making flyers or just helping promote a show or being a wrestler or a referee or whatever. I want to be involved in some point. And then years down the line, I was like, I want to be involved. I'm going to get involved. And then right before COVID happened, I reached out to a promotion and said, hey, I want to help. I want to get involved. I want to be a referee.
Ooh, Adam Cole's back.
Baby.
Is this their own segment? Or
Adam Cole, baby's
they-
back.
This guy new shirt, I think.
I guess he's not hurt anymore, huh?
Oh,
Look at them freaking yellow shoes he's got on. That's awesome, ain't it?
yeah.
Those young buck guys dress really cool.
Bobby Blade said
Yeah,
they dress like
Heartbreakers were Brock Landers,
Brock Landers and
Steve Phillips.
Stevie Phillips. Stevie
Yep.
Phillips, yeah. It was that tag. It was Stevie Phillips and Brock Landers against Cliff Compton and Colt Cabana.
the
And that
young
was
bucks
the
look like they may have ripped off Lemon Juice McGee. What do you
They
think?
did.
Oh,
match. No, is it some gimmick infringement?
let me
Yep.
just begin
Oh.
and Kyle Magger too. Don't
Lemon
forget
Juice
him.
needs to send them a cease and desist for
I
sure.
know, right?
Man,
They dress a
Cause,
lot like Lemon Juice.
Because like Lim Juice said, he wore a romper, and then the next week he saw them wearing the rompers.
He is really popular, dude.
I love Lemon
He
Juice.
came on our show and we got we got huge numbers on YouTube.
He'll sell you Tupperware.
He's the best.
He'll even try, he even
He's
tried
the
to sell
best
us that.
Tupperware selling in the Tri-City, the Tri-State area. I think.
Hey, and you need to go to Lemon Juice McGee's Comic Kava Club.
Oh yeah, we want to go down
Yeah,
there.
That place is legit. Hey, I went to Walmart for like months trying to find some AEW figures. Go to Lemon Juice's place and you'll find like any figure you want. Lemon Juice is and he's an awesome guy and kills
I like him too.
Sounds like
Even
a
though he's
plan.
kinda-
So who was Sean? John wants to know who was your favorite referee like in the big leagues?
Favorite referee? Let's see. The one I always looked up to the most, and I fell in love with their style was Bryce Grimsburg. He just reffed Orange Cassidy and Jay Lethal's match.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
He did stuff with Chikara. He did some CCW stuff, IWA Mid-South stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
So-
so Bryce Grimsburg, but in the WWE, probably Mike Chioda.
Mike Chioda.
Yo,
I like
Great
Mike Chioda.
referee.
Yeah.
Right now, though, as I started saying, hey, I want to be referee, the guy I got the most influence with or from, and I travel with him all the time. He's I consider him like my referee dad, Sean Patrick O'Brien. He's bigger in the bigger fed or indie feds. You got Paradigm Pro, which I'm part of the ref roster there up in Jeffersonville.
Yeah.
Unsanctioned Pro, he's there. ICW No Holds Barred. These are bigger independent promotions like the New Deathmatch.
You're working a lot, dude.
I don't spend. It's funny because I don't work in Kentucky too often. Really, the only Kentucky promotion I rep for now consistently is New South.
New South.
Yep.
But besides that, I don't do much Kentucky stuff. I'm usually
Hey, Aunt Sandy.
this is a weekend I have off because I'm doing an engagement session with my fiance pictures.
Oh,
Awesome.
But next weekend I'm gonna be in,
Congratulations.
Oh,
yeah,
thanks.
congrats to you.
Congrats.
Shout her out, man.
Oh, Michaela, she's actually at the church event right now, so she'll watch that.
Hey, Michaela.
But
He pinned you. 1, 2, 3.
But what was I saying? I'll be in Jeffersonville next Friday, and then I'll
Nice.
be in Versailles, Indiana.
So you're in Tennessee and in Ohio and
Tennessee, Ohio, Indiana.
In Indiana.
I worked in Missouri too.
Missouri too. Okay.
Yeah, Glory
Yeah.
Pro. Suzuki was on that card. That was fun.
Yeah. Cool.
Suzuki, not Orange Cassidy. Danhausen was on the card.
Oh, really,
Oh,
Danhausen?
damn, that's great.
That was his first match back after getting injured.
So
Yeah.
do you get to meet a lot of the wrestlers? I guess.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Dante Martin was one of the guys that was on that Missouri show. Super cool guy.
Really?
Dante Martin's a cool guy
Yeah.
for sure.
That's cool, man.
Oh, for sure.
But
Dante Martin.
yeah, Sean Patrick O'Brien.
Yeah, he
he's-
seems really cool, man. He's a hell of a wrestler too,
He is,
dude.
man.
I
He is.
love watching him wrestle. Like when I first saw him wrestling, I was like, "Who's this kid?" And then I ended up watching the match, and I was like, "Oh my god, this guy's amazing."
He's out of Louisville too. I'm pretty sure.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is he? Okay,
and,
cool.
and it's funny because he's part of the tag team Top Flight, and a lot of people thought his brother was going to be the standout star.
Yeah.
But his brother's been getting injured a lot, and
Yep.
so he has.
Man.
So obviously Dante's had more TV time, but they're both stars.
Oh, Red Dragon just turned on.
No way.
Yeah, they
turned on him.
yeah, because you know why that triple that trio's title's coming. Oh,
that's legit.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
Now, Roderick Strong's still signed
Wow.
with WWE, right?
Yep.
yes,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
But
So
it
this
would
is
be
the
cool.
this is because this is for that and your
Trios.
boy. I believe your boy Omega, Kenny Omega's coming back.
No, you know what's gonna happen? They teased it was it last week and on BTE. The
Yeah.
Bucks are gonna reunite with Hangman.
Oh, okay.
That's gonna be that's gonna be the trios.
Somebody's gonna run out here in a minute.
Hangman's gonna run out. So now
Oh, boy.
the Young Bucks just turned baby.
Oh,
Here comes Hangman. Bet you.
So
for sure.
you,
Here comes Hangman. Come
So,
on. Come on, Hangman.
here
Yep,
comes
here comes someone.
Kenny.
there he is.
There's
There he
Adam
is.
Page.
Called it.
Because they did have a feud. Adam Page and Adam Cole had a feud there for a long time.
Fun fact? Who can tell me what the Young Bucks and Hangman Page's trio's name was in Ring of Honor?
Trying to think of it.
Sean can know. Sean would know.
Sean would know
They're-
because he wrestling in South Beach.
The Hung Bucks.
The Hung Bucks. Okay. the
That's what
Hung
they're
Bucks.
gonna be called again.
That was
Yeah, look, he got butterflies on his blue jeans. Come on now.
Oh, come on, dude.
Come on,
Hey,
Adam
there's
Page.
nothing wrong with butterflies.
Adam Page be doing some funny stuff.
I know.
He be doing
he
some
doesn't
funny
know what to think.
stuff.
He doesn't know what to think.
Uh-oh, butterflies.
Wait a minute.
See, you got the Young Bucks. They're baby now.
Something's
What's
happening
up, Bobby Rassles?
Yeah, what's up, Bobby Rassles? Bobby Rassles has his own podcast all about wrestling up in Philly.
Pennsylvania.
There we
Pennsylvania.
go.
Oh wow, Young Bucks and Adam Page. I guess Kenny Omega must be still hurt. He must not be coming back soon.
I've heard he's coming back sooner than later.
You think?
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
Well, I heard
I've heard
that
it too.
if he had another setback, he was going to quit wrestling.
Dude,
Retire is what I heard. But
could you imagine?
everybody says that shit. You know,
Could
I'm
you,
sorry about the language, but
No, you're good.
yeah.
Could you imagine if if Kenny did return and they turned on Hangman?
Oh yeah, they're going. They
Damn.
would. They would
that'd
too.
That'd be like a double turn.
What
right
Kenny
there.
Kenny and Hangman were tag team champions together, wasn't
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
They beat SCU.
they? Yeah. Yeah.
I got a question for you, Peyton.
What's up?
How's it
Moxley's
feel to
out
be
there.
21 years old and already being the most recognizable referee around the state of Kentucky?
I don't know about that. There's some awesome referees in Kentucky.
Yeah.
The guy that kind of took me under his wing, the first ref to really take me under his wing, Jonathan Barnes.
Yeah, I've
Works
heard
a
of
lot.
him.
He works a lot for like Jimmy Walls, USWF, Rated X. I'm sorry, USWF, UCW. A lot of those fair shows. He's with KPW too.
Yeah.
He's a great referee.
Jonathan Barnes, he's a great ref here in Kentucky. Then you got Dave Harmon, Charlene McKenzie. They do OVW stuff. Aaron Grider is an absolute star. I think they actually put him in a he's in a storyline in OVW right now. I can't think of her name. Freya, is she in OVW?
Yep,
wrestler?
Freya.
She's they're doing something where she's kind of like trying to like put herself on Aaron, and Aaron's just like the shy referee, like what. So it's cool. But Aaron Grider is a star. He's also done a lot for me.
I got a
as referee.
question for you for a hot tag here.
Hot take.
Hot take.
Hot take.
I didn't mean a hot tag. I meant
Hot
hot
take.
tag. I meant hot tag.
Hot tag.
Give me the hot tag.
Hot tag.
What was the best match of SummerSlam
Hi,
that you
Mom.
watched from the Sunday?
Best match of SummerSlam that I watched.
Yeah.
I didn't watch one match on SummerSlam.
He was busy, man. He was busy refereeing
watch
stuff.
I know. I'm just.
He was down there at
No,
Black.
you're good.
Was it Black Label you was down there at?
That was Friday.
Yeah.
Saturday I was reffing for Larry D's promotion, Gym Next.
Oh yeah, you was down in Cynthiana.
Yeah.
We wanted to go to that show too, but we were here.
Yes. I was the only ref on that show.
Yeah. Oh, you refed every single match.
You
Is
may
that normal? Is that?
No, it's not normal.
Yeah.
You may not be the most recognizable ref, but you certainly are a guy that they can take notice of.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I wouldn't say I'm the
Hey, James Isaacs.
best referee in Kentucky for sure. Dave Harmon was
Okay, there comes the champ. This is Slicky J, Jonathan Lang. He is our in-studio champion.
And he is
We
the
do,
Nacho Man.
He's the Nacho Man. Do some Nacho Man for him.
Oh, yeah, Peyton, yeah, welcome to the house, baby, yeah.
So we have on our pay-per-view shows that we did on Saturday and Sunday. Johnny walked away with the title on Saturday because what we do is we predict the matches and they get a point. Whoever has the most points at the end wins the belt. And I, as the commissioner of I do different stipulations and stuff. And Johnny ended up winning that night. And he came back the next night and defended it and retained the title. So he's got a one-time win, and then he retained the title the next night. So he's going to be putting it up again at the next pay-per-view, whatever that turns out to be.
It's at September the 3rd, I think, is the Castle. It's at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, but we might have another one. We'll
Yes,
probably have
we might.
another one before that. We'll have I think is AEW doing something
I think so. I'll have to look and
in
see.
Austin? in
But
August.
Bobby Blade said Aaron Grinder has great facial expressions.
Aaron Grider. He gave me he was one of the first guys to give me a tip on just being more like
Animated.
Not animated, but like more big with like my counts. So like let's say like they're on the outside and like you got to count like the count out.
Yeah.
Like so just one like that. Or like I'm one thing everybody's like always told me is like, hey, you're really loud, and that's a good thing for a referee to do is to be loud and expressive and authoritative.
Yeah.
But one thing Aaron tipped me on early on, and getting out of like my home promotion was like being real expressive, like one, and like just being big in everything you do with your hand motions and, and everything else. But that's something I've always done is try to be animated, but not too animated like to take away from the match.
Yeah, be real. Like
Yeah.
be like
that's
yeah.
my whole. That's like a big thing I am real big on is like I want to treat it as like a real contest, a real athletic contest. I watch a lot of MMA.
Yeah.
I watch boxing, so I like to be. I want it to seem like a real contest, and I want to treat it like a real contest.
Yeah.
So like if guys are getting hit in the head like repeatedly, I want to tell them, hey, defend yourself. Like I don't want to call it, and I'll say things like, hey, if you tap if you give. I just don't say, hey, do you tap? Do you tap? If you can't take it, just tap. Just let me know. Or like, hey, talk to me. Are you in it? You gotta talk to me. Like demand a response from them and treat it like a real contest, but also being. Like if somebody gets clobbered in the face, I'm gonna sell it. Somebody just get hit by a car.
Christian almost got ran over.
Oh.
The Jungle Boys go after him.
Lord Crew,
There's Lord Crew. Wow. Oh, cool.
Nice.
Wow.
Shout out to Lord Crew. He's on AEW television.
He's a
Lord
security
Crew.
guard.
Lord
He
Crew is the
saved
man.
Christian's butt.
I didn't know he worked security for them, like part time.
Oh,
Matt
yeah.
Hardy versus Christian tonight.
Thanks for tuning in, Cappy Lynn.
So,
Stone.
is there a rule in professional wrestling that you don't agree with, or something that's kind of just like a weird rule that we should know about?
I'll tell you something that I hate doing in wrestling, and it's a big thing in Kentucky. I don't do it anywhere out of Kentucky just because Kentucky's more old school in the way they do things. I hate the raise your hand. Like say they're in a submission and they're about to pass out. Raise your hand, drop it.
Yeah.
1, 2.
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't drop. I hate that.
What is the count? 3 on that?
3. Yeah, if they drop their hand on 3, they're supposed to ring the bell.
Yeah.
I hate that because you don't buy a UFC pay-per-view and you see the referee going
Yeah.
1.
Yeah.
If they're out and you're
Yeah.
if they're out cold and they're not responding, the ref calls it to protect the wrestler, to
Yeah.
protect the fighter.
Yeah.
So that's my big thing in like in Indiana and Ohio. These promotions, they don't want you to raise the hand and drop it. They want you to treat it like it's an actual contest.
Yeah.
So if they're out and responsive and like they're not moving, they're not defending themselves, you call the match.
Yeah.
For the fighter's safety, and I like that aspect. So something that I don't know if that answered your question, but I hate the whole.
You hate that, yeah.
It's just.
So is there a secret rule that we don't know about in wrestling that like you that you as a referee know, and or is there something that like just amazes you about being the ref that like that is you just told me that, but like that is
One thing that a lot of fans don't realize is the placement of the referee. A lot of times, like the referee is supposed to stay out of be authoritative and like officiate the match, but stay out of the way. And one of the things you're supposed to stay out of the way of is the camera too. So you got to keep your eye on where the camera is, and if
Yeah.
you say like that right there is the hard camera.
yeah.
Say I was to be in a match where that's the hard camera. That's the camera that's always on the ring.
And you got your back in front of it all the time.
Yeah, let's say my butt is in the middle of it and it's blocking the action. Like I
Yeah.
have to. It's called. I've always heard it called the horseshoe. Like
Yeah.
I've got to work around the ring this way.
Yeah.
I can't just do circles and just go wherever I want just because I don't want to be blocking the camera view. And it
Yeah,
just looks
and
like
you
crap.
really don't want to block the fans' view either. Really,
And that's one thing.
Exactly.
I don't want to block the fans' view, but there's sometimes where I'm working the hard cam, like I've got to. Sometimes I will have to block the fans' view.
So we got the ladies in here wrestling right now. We got the Thunderstorm, which is
Thunder Rosa.
Thunder Rosa, and go ahead,
Tony
Johnny.
Storm.
Go ahead, John.
Tony
And the
Storm.
sexy.
Go ahead and say it.
It's Tony Storm and Thunder Rosa.
And then who they wrestling
Britt
against?
Baker and Jamie Hayter.
Jamie Hayter. Jamie Hayter is
They're wearing matching
Do they
outfits.
have a tag team name yet?
they're awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing they're ramping up for a women's tag team championship belt. I'm sure at some point.
I kind of hope not.
AEW has so
Yeah,
many
'cause they got
belts.
so many belts.
They got too many belts, man.
They got so many belts, but the women only have one belt. Like, well, they have two,
Well,
I
they-
guess.
They got the
The
TBS.
TBS.
Yeah,
TBS, and then you have the
the
women's.
Yeah.
But
And they
they,
already got the trios belts. They
But-
got the women's titles.
but this is what's coming up. Like, this is what's coming up. You know, this is what's
I know.
coming up.
I know that, but Tony Khan's got to step back eventually and be like, you know what?
Yeah, the-
Does ROH have? Do they have women's tag team
I think so.
belts?
I think
ROH.
that they do.
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's
I don't
one
know.
thing about around here. We don't have enough. Which my viewers always are saying. We want
they
more.
got all out. September
We want
4th.
more women's matches at these local on the
That's
local
what New
level.
South does
Yeah.
Good real well, and that's what another thing is.
New South does that good, and Generation X Generation Next tries to, because they have Paige. Paige, she's a great little wrestler, but they don't have as many. And what's your scene about that? Like the local indie wrestlers, there's like the women wrestlers in that.
I feel like some promoters, especially like in Kentucky, feel like you want the women. Like, I mean, back in the day, like I've heard people talk on podcasts. Obviously, I wasn't there.
Yeah.
But like you had the special attraction matches, which were like women's matches.
Yeah.
So like the women's matches were just special attraction matches.
I hear they get paid more too.
Well, and then you had like the little person matches, and there were special attractions.
Yeah.
But now, I mean, it's like
yeah.
The women in
they
AEW,
steal the show most of the time.
Like it's not just a special.
I'm
attraction.
surprised that they don't have an all women's league that's pretty.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Was it World of Women or WoW Wrestling?
Yeah, WoW Wrestling.
Yeah, wow.
And you had Dave Prazak's promotion, Shimmer. Shimmer was a big one.
Yeah.
Shimmer was a great.
It's where like
promotion.
a lot of like the big like the 4 horsewomen besides Charlotte. That's where they got started.
Yeah.
Sasha
Exactly.
Banks, Bailey, Becky Lynch.
But you don't hear a lot about it, like like in the mainstream. I guess it's an indie thing too. I guess.
No, but yeah, in Kentucky, it's usually not. It's kind of put on the back burner just for one reason or another, and I feel like you're missing a good opportunity.
Yeah, my fans ask about it all the time. Won't you tell these guys at these local promotions that we want to see more women's wrestling? We want to see, and it's mostly women that are saying it. The women wrestling fans are saying it more than anything.
Here's the thing: like you got to think about like your future too. Like I mean, it's not just 8-year-old boys or like 8-year-old boys come to the show and just want to watch big meaty guys like have a wrestling match. Like you got little girls coming too, and if you have women in the ring, they're good role models, and that's going to be a reason like you get a more diverse crowd into your
my psychology on the whole wrestling fan thing is like me as a man, I'm like, this is how I really want like a real fight to be. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I want a real fight to be like, oh, me and Johnny can like beat up on each other.
That's right.
And at the end of the day, neither one of us are hurt, and we might become friends at the end of the day. I'll turn heel and he'll turn face or whatever. That's what I think. That's what that brings a lot of wrestling fans into wrestling is like, that's the way I really want a fight to be. But in a real fight, like an MMA fight or something like that, you're really getting freaking hurt. But I think, and people ask me, well, why do you like wrestling so much? It's like I just feel like that's the way I really want a fight to be. I don't really want to people be out here shooting each other and really getting mad at each other, beating each other with real bats and stuff.
Also, think about this: in UFC, when they fight, when it starts, it could be over in just 20 seconds, and you paid all that money just to see that.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the appeal of wrestling. Why?
That's what I'm talking about.
Why it's so appealing?
You can tell a story in the wrestling ring that you can't tell.
Yeah.
Like in UFC, like you had dude, what's his name? I just totally blanked. Oh man, I'm shocked he's not on one of these posters. But anyway, he was like super good at building fights and like selling pay-per-views, just like
McGregor,
not McGregor, older. Jeez,
Chuck Liddell.
Not Chuck Liddell. He was a big-time heel. He got beat by Anderson Silva. Anyways, doesn't matter. Anyway,
okay, yeah.
He would sell the fights like in the press conferences.
Yeah.
And people would buy, and he did it like a wrestler. Like he would cut promos on these guys. Like he said, like he would get on the microphone after a fight, and he would say, "Anderson Silva." It was the guy. He said, "Anderson Silva, you absolutely suck."
Yeah.
I can't think of his name, but he's like cutting promos, and that's how you sell fights for UFC, and like you build these names and these fights that people want to buy a pay-per-view for.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whereas in wrestling,
really,
you can tell the
UFC
story.
needs to take some stuff from wrestling and
that's what Connor Connor did, and
Yeah.
like Israel Adesanya, like they can take these things that they learn from wrestling, where they can learn how to sell a fight, and then you end up getting paid more, but
Yeah.
more people want to watch it just because they get more
emotionally involved.
More emotionally involved. Whereas in wrestling, like, if you go to a UFC card, you are killed by the end of the show because it's just 100 miles an hour the entire time. Whereas in wrestling, a card is built to kind of not let the fan get drained by the end of the show. Like you got the emotional highs, and you got some matches that are put there in a place to kind of like calm the crowd down. Like you open the show up with a high flying, like fast paced to kind of get your heart rate going and like, oh man, I'm excited for the rest of the show. Then you got some matches that are solely devoted to kind of calm the fans down. And then you got the huge main event. You built to the main event, and it's just a big roller coaster ride where you can pace the emotions of the crowd. Whereas in UFC, you can build the entire show to the main event, and then the main event will last 10 seconds.
Yeah,
exactly.
You know, like you can't. You can do things in wrestling and tell stories in wrestling that you can't do. And that's the whole thing about
it's a storytelling. It's it's like people are like, well, they're not really doing these moves, they're not really hitting each other. But like CSI, Ice-T's not a real he's not a real cop, you know what I'm saying? It's the same, same thing, but
that's the thing. Like, and another thing is, it's like the Harlem Globetrotters. Like it is like it's entertainment.
Yeah.
But they are legit. They're shooting the basketball from half court and draining it for
Yeah.
real. Like
they're really skills.
It's an athletic event, and the same with wrestling. These guys are like top level athletes.
Oh,
and they
yeah.
are legit.
Damn straight.
They are shortening their careers, but that like stuff like that right there.
Yeah.
Like, I'll tell you, as somebody who has been in a wrestling ring and taking
we lost our feet.
taking bumps,
Bye bye.
like
Bye bye AEW.
like it sucks.
Technical difficulties.
Like I couldn't imagine like being on the WWE like house show like tour every single night, just beating your body up. Because I'll tell you, as somebody who's been in the ring and taken these bumps and like just over and over again training, it sucks. And like you struggle walking.
It'll come back in a second. Just don't worry about it.
Like, people don't realize what the wrestlers put themselves through for the entertainment. Like they think, oh, it's just entertainment. It's fake. Blah 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 blah. But it's very real. Like
it's very real. It's very real.
Exactly, because the bumps that happens.
Well, tell us about the spear you just took.
That was Madman Fulton. Yeah, it was kind of like the same deal with Lord Crew and Larry D. Whenever I was in the corner and Larry D like pulled me in the way. Madman Fulton, I was behind Madman Fulton, and it was a match with Nate Gnarly for the Gen Next World Title, and Nate Gnarly.
This was in Cynthiana this weekend.
Yes, Nate Gnarly. Madman Fulton was running towards. I'm sorry. No, something happened. Nate Gnarly moved out of the way, and I got speared by Madman Fulton. So that and it sucked.
Yeah,
it sucked.
I'm sure it did.
I mean, and that's the thing. People.
Was you laid out after that? Did you like? Was you?
Oh, I was out. I was out, and then but the thing was, I woke up. Madman Fulton like pulled me in. He hit Nate Gnarly with his finisher. 1, 2, but Nate Gnarly kicked out. And then, but after that, Nate Gnarly found a way to get the win on Madman Fulton.
So Nate's still champ.
Still champ. Yeah.
Still champ. Nate's been on the show, man. Nate is crazy, dude. We had so much fun with Nate. It was definitely a rated R show.
He was drunker than a skunk by the end of it.
He's awesome though. It was definitely.
He almost lost his phone.
Yeah, it was definitely a rated R show.
He did lose his phone.
Yeah, he had to come back to the studio and pick up his phone. Whoops, champ! I got his phone.
Yeah.
And then the next day, he's like, "I gotta be honest with you, Andy. I didn't want to wrestle today.
Yeah, I went down.
Hungover.
I went down to Moorhead and watched him wrestle the next day, and he was like, "Oh man, it was like," he said, "I almost didn't make it tonight." He's like, "I was so messed up."
Last time I was in Moorhead, Gaston LaRue headbutted me.
Oh,
really?
Dang.
Yeah.
Why you gotta do Peyton like that, Gaston?
Gaston.
Gaston's another guy. He's gonna go places. He's an awesome guy.
Yes, he will.
I was reffing a show for Larry and Max at Gen Next down in London, Kentucky. It was a show. Doc Gallows was there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Doc Gallows was there, and they had this big, crazy street fight, and
The anniversary
it was all
show.
over the place. And Gaston almost broke his ankle. I think it was Larry or Max threw him off the back of the bleachers, and Gaston about broke his ankle. That was like for real about broke his ankle.
Here's some good drink, he said. He said, what do you want?
LA. Yes.
Hey Andrew,
Orange.
there's a Bees Berries kombucha in that fridge. Could you get that for me? Yeah.
What,
In
you know which
LA.
one it is?
Orange if there is one.
It should be in like the back of that fridge.
Yeah.
I put it in there.
Yeah, I know.
It says Bees Berries on it.
Yeah.
How's that? Stand that thing. Hey, Johnny. Stand that thing up.
Okay.
Yeah, it's over on the side. Stand it up. It's the Wi-Fi. Stand it straight up. There you go. Stand it up.
Here we are.
Just stand it up. It's got a leg. Stand it up.
We're back on.
There you go. That's good.
Oh, good. The match.
Yeah, we're back
Oh
on.
my
See.
gosh, man.
Good. The match isn't
Thanks,
over.
Andrew, man.
You're welcome. I thought the match would be over.
Can't get me a LA orange.
Oh, she just Storm just hit Thunder Rosa. Did you see that? Oh wow.
Oh, it's
It's
over.
over.
Now.
Yeah,
Hey,
2,
we got
3.
back for it.
Oh
Just
no,
in
he
time.
kicked. She kicked out, did she? Oh, did they get it? They got it.
Oh, they got
Oh
it.
wow.
Wait, was that
You're right, Matthew
Yeah,
Lincoln.
I told you,
Got
man.
back just in time.
They're
Yeah.
gonna have they're having a women's tag team division soon. They're gonna have another belt. I think
Dude, they don't
everybody.
need any more belts.
I think everybody's gonna have participation belts in AEW.
Yes, they are. And that's going to
Thanks for coming, belts.
Thanks for yeah.
I'm glad
Thanks
Jamie
for
Hayter got the win.
participating, Bill.
Just like Nice Guy Andy, we got a lot of titles around here too.
Not really. We got this beautiful championship right here made by Muhammad Jafar.
I'm having another belt made
Yep.
like that one.
Yep. We're gonna have another media championship. Yeah, we might even make a women's one just so that when we get a female
You get
guest
some.
as a wrestler, she can win that.
So we are having next week. We are having Bunny Love is coming in. That's her wrestling name, and with special guest Bobby Green.
What's
Bobby
her name?
Green.
What's her name?
Her last name's Current.
It is
No, what's her wrestling name?
Bunny Love.
Bunny Love. She was
Bunny Love.
she was a older wrestler. She wrestled
okay.
around the same time that Bobby Blade and
Okay, cool.
Bobby Green and all those guys wrestled. Her name's Bunny Love. Bunny Love's going to be in the studio next week with
Shout
Bobby
out to
Green.
Bobby Green.
Bobby Green with her. So
Cool.
that's a surprise there. Everybody didn't know Bobby Green was going to be on there, but he's going to be here too with her. So that's cool with this DMX. Eddie Kingston is crazy.
I love me some.
You know what I think's coming too to AEW is the intergender title matches. They're going to belts are going to come too.
I like to see intergender stuff.
Yeah, that's going to be coming too. They're going to have intergender
They don't need
titles.
belts. They don't need intergender
There you
belts.
go. No more belts.
Exactly.
They're
We
going to
have
have
too
a
many
belt.
belts.
I'm telling you, everybody gets a belt in
Don't give
AEW.
Tony
get a belt.
ideas.
You get a belt.
Don't
Yeah.
give
He gets a
Tony
belt.
ideas.
The referees are
gets
going to
a
get
belt.
belts in AEW, I think. They're going to have a referee
That's
champion.
referee
Overkill.
bump.
They're going to have a referee champion at some point in
They're gonna get
AEW.
24/7 champion.
Yeah.
It's looking like that.
No, it's going to be a 24/7 day a week champion.
The
That's what there's
referee's
going
gonna
to be
have to
called.
fight each
Going
fight
to
each
that,
other
Going
and
on
win the belt.
Dynamite, going
I think-
on Rampage.
I think Triple H is kind of. There was no 24/7 stuff on Raw.
Oh, well, I
Yeah.
hope he gets rid of
There
that,
wasn't.
man.
Yeah,
There
the
wasn't.
I hope
ratings,
so.
the ratings went up.
Well, it was also first show after SummerSlam, so
Yeah,
It was
went up.
so
this
good.
was huge.
Yeah,
I
this
love
was
Ricky
huge.
Starks.
Yeah, he's done turned face on us, I guess, right?
So are they?
Yep.
Did they
Has he
get
got
rid of Team
jumped?
Taz?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
well,
did.
it was
that.
Like
Taz.
all together? Like for
Yeah,
real?
basically.
not
they did.
anymore.
I don't know if it's all. I mean, I don't know if it's done,
What a
but
beautiful spine buster.
yeah,
Manage that.
you get to see all the really good
Bandito
moves
needs to
up
manage that
close,
match.
don't you? Like
Man.
They do all
being a
this.
professional wrestling referee and a professional wrestling fan, I'm sure you get all the
Dude,
good.
It's
moves.
It's crazy. Like watching growing up watching wrestling and seeing them take all these moves, but being in the ring and like doing the training that the wrestlers have to go through and all this stuff, and then feeling how much it hurts, and then being in the ring and watching it happen like 2 feet away from
You got the best seat in the house.
it. I could there's no way I could be a wrestler. Like I have so much respect for guys and gals that go into wrestling. Like they want to be wrestlers because like I used to think I see a clothesline. Oh, he's
Powerhouse Hobbs is coming out.
getting the Cody entrance. Look at
Yes,
that.
he is.
It's coming out of the cage. Looks like.
Cody House, right?
But like I would see a clothesline like on TV or whatever, and I think, oh, there's a clothesline. Seeing it in person, man,
Yeah.
it is like, or 2 feet away, they take each other's heads off, man,
Yeah.
and just it's just the moves that like you kind of like don't even think about, like body slams. Oh my gosh, or
Uh-huh.
choke slams, like,
Yes.
or especially if I have to take like a move, like I am super scared and
Uh-huh.
they're just like, because there's so many things that can go wrong and it legit hurts. Like it is not just. It's not a trampoline. It's not a bunch of mattresses that in that ring. It's
Exactly.
No,
It-
we
it's-
actually got to get in the ring at New South because we presented the belt, And I was in there, and it was like I was so amazed at how stiff the ring was.
Yeah, one thing you must do before you get to that ring:
Wipe your shoes.
wipe your feet
Yep.
on the apron.
On respect, right?
Yep, respect.
That's right.
And that's what me and Sean did. Before we got into that ring.
Hey, Slicky, let Andrew come in, and Slicky, you can sit in that other chair over there if you want. And
That's right, Slicky, Nacho Man.
Nacho, give us a nacho real quick.
I can't do it off the microphone.
Lean close to the microphone.
Ooh, yeah. Look at Hobbs. Power slam, baby, yeah. Yeah.
Who's the guy he's wrestling here? So,
That is
some
that's my first time seeing him.
squash
like
match.
That right there, man. Like,
Yeah, I know, right? Like that was like, and like these indie guys come in and do these squash matches. They get creamed like
What
that.
about Lariat?
Even that big ass 200-pound, 300-pound guy like with his knee on your chest, that hurts. You know, I hit my knee at home earlier on the bathtub, and I was like, oh my god, I was about to cry. So
What,
I know
what about Lariat though? A Lariat clothesline is different
oh,
from
here
a
comes
normal
Starks.
clothesline.
Oh, Starks has come out.
Starks getting him some. Whoa.
whoa.
The
Oh,
referee
he just
got
pushed him.
down.
Oh,
Disrespect.
that,
Spine buster. That's beautiful.
that
You see,
spine
woo.
buster is. He's
That
probably
was a beautiful spine buster.
man. I want to
Yeah, it
see him
was.
and Warlow go at each other.
Oh, they are, man. It's
You
gonna be
know-
awesome.
I thought Ricky Starks was face, but he pushed the referee.
Oh
The
no,
very
he
dick
pushed him
man.
because he wants to get it
Oh.
Hobbs.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
But the referee should be respected.
Man. Yeah.
He's just trying to do his job.
Uh-oh.
Referee's trying to maintain order, and then Ricky Starks he's
Well, it didn't hurt him very much because he's up help.
he's got some bad blood. He
Come
wants to
on
get
now.
it Hobbs.
He's up worried about Starks. Oh, Miro.
I love me some Miro.
When's CJ Perry, Lana gonna show up? You
I'm
got to
waiting
think
for
at
that.
some point.
And she's got to at some point. Maybe
She has
maybe she
to.
don't want to be involved in the wrestling stuff anymore. Is she still over at WWE?
She said no. She said on Twitter that she wants to. That she misses the lore of wrestling. That she
Oh,
misses
wow.
the fans.
Man.
Man,
that-
you know
that's
Tony
right
Khan will
there.
bring her in at some point. So what do you think about Vince McMahon retiring?
Oof.
It's wild. I mean, but you can already tell a difference in the product. And
I'm
I've
so
been
happy.
I've been so turned off by the since. I'm trying to think. Since what I've been telling people lately is that I realized I stopped watching the WWE product like every week whenever Reigns beat Taker at Mania.
Yeah,
That was like the final straw.
Yes.
Like,
that's
you
been
know
a
what?
while back.
I'm just gonna focus like Ring of Honor, New Japan's doing like a lot better stuff, and I'm just gonna totally like focus in on
Yep.
that level of things, and then the AEW came on, and I've been watching AEW every week ever since. But it's
What do you think about AEW?
I love AEW.
I do too.
They're
I
not
do too.
perfect. They're not perfect.
No, nobody's perfect, and I don't expect perfect. I just expect to be entertained. I want as much wrestling as I can get. So bring 5 or 6 other companies in. I don't care.
And also not to have my intelligence insulted every week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And that was one of the big reasons I stopped watching the WWE. But
yeah.
but lately,
Yep.
I mean, with the moves they're making and what I've already saw in the product change, there's a good chance I'll watch Raw like every week.
Oh
And
yeah,
I've
me
heard-
too. Yeah.
Yeah,
And I've
because
got guys like I'm real close with Juicy Jimmy Felcher. He's a Kentucky wrestler.
hell yeah, I know
he's-
Juicy Jimmy.
I'm a Juicy
Yep.
Jimmy guy. Like Juicy Jimmy is the guy that took me under his wing, and like I consider him one of my best friends. And he's, but he's always watched he watches all wrestling, and he's always been a big fan of SmackDown. So he's
Hell
always
yeah.
talking about how SmackDown's doing things different than Raw, and how the product has been more fun to watch. But ever since the news broke with Vince, I've been seeing stuff online, and I'm like, you know what? I think I might just give it a shot, just because I've been so turned off by the product.
Yeah, me too. I haven't watched Raw in forever, you know, and I considered this Monday having a podcast and watching it.
Yeah,
But
that'd be great.
it looks.
I would find that. That would be awesome.
From the clips I watched and just everything I've heard about it, it sounded like it was a really good show. Especially the the Ciampa. It was a three-way. Ciampa, Styles,
Yeah.
and Ziggler.
Yep.
That
Yep.
match was awesome. Apparently.
That was a great match.
Yeah, Ciampa is
Miz doesn't-
Ciampa's getting a
Miz
big
doesn't
push
think
right
that-
now.
Yeah,
Oh, Miz. Okay.
Ciampa's getting a big push right now.
When
So
when my hand goes up, your mouth goes shut.
Also,
I love.
how does it feel to finally be called WWE Fans instead of WWE Universe?
Is that what they're doing now?
yeah,
Cool. I
they're
mean,
changing a lot of things around, and I loved when I've been waiting for Vince McMahon to retire for so long. Like you, I grew up
What's
watching.
up, Austin Michaels? Thanks for tuning in.
What's up, Austin Michaels? Gonna get you on this show, son.
No, Austin
That's
Michaels.
right,
What you
son.
need to be
Defend
worried
those
about.
titles, Austin.
You need to be worried about Andrew here because he's going to take all your belts.
Defend those titles right now.
He's sending out a challenge to you, Austin.
Austin,
Right now.
I've met Austin a couple times, and the little bit of time that I did talk to him, he seems like a great guy. He seems very funny, and I really wanted to get you in here, Austin.
That's right. And this man right here calls himself Nature Boy.
We'll,
Dude. He said he wants to challenge you for your tile. He'll put his tiles online. You put yours online. And
I'm
he
gonna
said
have-
he's walking out as him.
I'm gonna have a special. I think I'm gonna have a special show for Austin Michaels on a special day, maybe like a Thursday or whatever. We
Here's
can
what's
get him in
going to
here.
happen. Here's what's going to happen.
Uh-oh.
You just watched Conrad Thompson put on this Ric Flair's last match show in Nashville. What we're going to do is we're going to book the Lexington Ice Center. Nice Guy Andy podcast is going to put on Austin Michaels versus Andrew Du Browning.
Oh, wow.
One-on-one. Winner takes all.
Let's
that's
do
what,
this.
That's what we're going to do. You got Ric Flair's
I like
last
the
match
sound-
is
I like
nothing
the sound of
compared to.
that.
The main event will be a Zodiac taking on somebody.
That's right. And Peyton Bowman's going to be the referee for that match.
I'll gladly referee that match, Austin Michaels. I can't promise you that I won't be a little biased for Andrew, though. I cannot promise.
I'm gonna have Gaston in here too at some point.
Oh no,
Gaston is awesome.
Gaston.
I want to have some Franklin Bernard. in
Here's
here.
somebody. Big shout out to Allied Pro Wrestling in Corbin. Henry Shaw. Henry Shaw runs that show.
Oh boy,
Um,
that guy too.
Henry Shaw or Allied Pro Wrestling is running a show, Corbin, Kentucky, August the 27th. It is going to be an awesome show. They've already got a ton of talent signed. Main event's going to be Chance Profit versus Marvelous Marcus Johnson for the APW Championship.
Oh wow. Okay.
And they got Carson Drake, who's just at KPW the
boy.
other night. Carson Drake is a star. Been on OVW out of Cincinnati. He's an absolute star.
80-21 too.
We
That's
might try to
someone
make
that-
that. We might try to go
yeah.
to that show.
Yeah.
Carson Drake's going to be there.
When is
Pac-Man, I think Justin Xavier, I think is his name. A lot of guys from out of Kentucky, and then you got Adrian Alexander's going to be there.
Yeah, boy.
A lot, yeah.
Hell
But
yeah.
August 27th, Allied Pro Wrestling, Corbin, Kentucky. Be there. It's going to be an awesome.
So who all do?
Oh,
I wanna-
got
I wanna
something
pick
to say
you-
real quick, Andy.
Go ahead.
Austin Michaels says nothing but great things to say about that kid. Right there.
Hey, he's
One
just
of
trying
the
to
best to do it.
He's just trying to get some bonus points. From
Yeah.
I think
You're not going to get anything from me, Austin Michaels.
I think he's trying to suck it up there. 'Cause I'm
Yeah,
gonna
he's
take
trying to
his
get you
titles
to
away.
like be a little biased referee in there. Come on,
Here's
Austin.
the
Now.
thing. It's guys like Austin Michaels who will blow smoke and sweet talk you, and then you get in the ring with him, he's gonna clobber you behind the back. That's
Yeah,
what's
exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
We gotta watch. You gotta watch out for guys like Austin Michaels.
Hey,
So
Andy,
I do want to at some point tonight. I want you to shout out like all the people all the wrestling promotions that you work for.
You want me to do that now? I can do
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
you know,
You can do it
sometime
anytime you
tonight,
want.
whenever you want to do it.
I'll do it real quick.
I think Andrew has a question.
What's up, Andrew?
I want you to see if Austin Michaels trying to suck up there, think the way he's singing right.
Exactly what he's doing.
Austin
He's trying
Michaels
to-
said,
know.
ha.
Was it?
Who is
He said,
this?
ha to what, to what Peyton
Ha-ha.
said.
Oh, it's Matt Hardy.
Man, Hardy,
Oh, Matt Hardy, yeah. Matt Hardy's going to take on Christian Cage tonight.
he's got a 39-19 record.
I can see Matt Hardy turning on to Christian Cage's and helping Christian Cage tonight is what I can
Yep.
see.
I could too.
Yep.
That would be wild.
Yeah, because
No,
that's
no,
going
you
to.
gotta-
Jeff Hardy's gonna come back eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah, eventually he'll come back after he gets his after he does prison time for that third DUI.
So, so Jungle Boy or Luchasaurus is still on Jungle Boy's side, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what
watch
happened.
But you know
But
what?
I don't think that's really what happened.
You know what? You know what's weird is that you thought that Jungle Source finally turned heel because he went all black.
Yeah.
And then the
And then I
payoff-
saw he turned on Christian, but last week he was still wearing the black mask.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I'm confused where Luchasaurus is at in this whole
Yeah,
thing.
and where the
He's,
payoff is.
He's playing Jungle Man.
You think he's playing? That's what I'm
Yeah,
kinda,
he's Jungle. Jungle Boy turned to Jungle Man when he put that black leather jacket on.
Yep, he turned into Jungle Man because of Anna J.
Yeah, so he probably, he got lucky, I guess, over the weekend, and he came back in there with the Luchasaurus, like you said. He didn't go back to the green mask. He kept on that black mask. So he's still
serious.
He's still heel.
He's less playful and fun than he was, or he was like before.
He's going to turn on Jungle Boy after Jungle Boy beats Christian. They're going to have a work with Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus for a while. I'd say a few.
Yeah, because when Jungosaurus was goofy and all that, he was not cool. But now he's starting to show that Lucha Underground feeling.
That black mask is fire. I like that black mask.
I love that.
Yeah,
It
that's
was
cool.
But that's what I don't get. If there's no payoff where he turns on Jungle Boy, then why was he in a black mask and black pants?
And these two guys right here can still do it. I'm just telling you, these guys right here are still at the top of the line as wrestling.
I think Matt's closer to the end of his road than Christian is.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Christian can still go.
Christian also can cut the best heel promos you'll ever hear.
That match he had last year at All Out with Kenny Omega was a fire match.
Dude, no, my favorite match they had was the match at the first Rampage whenever he took the Impact belt from Kenny. That match was awesome.
Oh, yeah, took the Impact belt. Yeah, that was a good match.
7,
That was
8,
fire.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
But somebody you need to have on the podcast for sure is Henry Shaw. He's your mom's favorite Henry Shaw.
That's
Get you
your
to help
mom's
us.
favorite.
Since you know all these wrestlers, we could get you to help us book his show.
I could help you, man.
Yeah.
I know a lot of guys.
We're gonna bring
Send him
We're gonna
our
bring-
way and we'll
we're gonna
get
bring
something set up.
Peyton Bowman in as our booker or something.
I'll be your agent.
Yeah, we'll be an agent. We'll be
That'd be
helping.
great.
He's not your mom's favorite, I guess.
Yeah, Henry Shaw.
What your mama said.
Yeah.
He's here in spirit.
But Henry Shaw, he's.
I'm still not bringing him a sandwich either, so.
If he keeps popping off at the mouth, I'm gonna be his dad. That's right. Bring him his sandwich now, Andrew. He needs that sandwich.
Nah.
So how many matches have you reffed? You think? If you keep
I need to. I'm still early enough in my career where I could probably go back and count like every show and add together how many matches. But no, I don't know how many matches exactly.
It's probably around the.
It's
It's
okay.
pretty much every weekend since January of this year, and then I was doing one weekend a month in 2021. So,
It's probably around 50.
no, I'm
50
way more than
matches.
that.
Oh, way more than that.
100 over 100 every weekend. You having a couple? You said
Dang.
you're probably about 300 right now, probably, huh?
Jeez.
I don't know, probably around that.
Probably 300 easy.
But
Hello, Chris Young. He's finally here.
Chris Young.
Chris Young, what's up, Chris? So, who are you most like as a wrestler when you're in the ring with them and you're seeing their skill? Who are you most impressed with as a wrestler? As far as just technical skill.
Technical skill. I've been in the ring with Alex Shelley. Alex Shelley was incredible. Matt Cross, M-Dog 20, Matt Cross was incredible. But got more consistently than I'm in there with. Myron Reed's a guy that's just incredible at what he does.
I like Myron
He's
Reed.
out of Louisville. He's in MLW. He was just the MLW middleweight champion. Just lost the belt. But Sam Bill is a guy that just is incredible. These guys are like out of Indiana, Ohio. But for Kentucky, one of my favorite guys to be with in the ring. Man, Adrian's great. Adrian Alexander's great.
Oh yeah,
Marty,
Adrian's a good guy.
definitely.
Man.
Marty Clay.
I have to give credit to him, I guess.
We got him here in spirit all the
right
time.
there.
That's right.
Marty Clay's
There's a
great.
conspiracy at KPW.
There is a conspiracy against him at the
Yeah, boy.
KPW.
I would think it's a conspiracy, but that's just my thing.
Who do you guys think is the best in-ring wrestler in Kentucky?
Oh wow,
Well,
that's a big.
that is a big question because I like Facade.
Well,
I like-
let's say somebody based in Kentucky.
Okay.
My favorite.
Alex Zane.
My favorite's Nate.
He's not based in Kentucky though. He's from Kentucky. He's not based in Kentucky. He's in
Nate.
Japan.
Zodiac is incredible.
Zodiac
That's what I
is
was
awesome.
gonna say.
I'm not just
Zodiac.
saying that because he's our champion, but he is incredible. Him and what's the other guy? The guy he had the match with down in
Marcus Young.
Marcus Young. Him and Marcus
Marvis
Young had
Marcus Young.
had a match down in
Marcus-
Paris a few weeks ago.
Marcus Johnson.
Marcus Johnson.
Marcus
It
Johnson
was
is awesome.
incredible match.
Marcus
Incredible.
Johnson is the Allied Pro Wrestling heavyweight champion down in Corbin.
Yep.
Okay.
And
It's
all
cool
that.
with Allied Pro Wrestling. The rules are different down there. So you got
Really?
you got 20 counts on the
Jeez.
outside.
Yeah, we've heard that. I've heard that.
So and you got more. It's more of a more hard hitting style. And all championship matches are no disqualification.
Is that Rated X's place down there?
No, that is Henry Shaw's place.
Henry Shaw. Okay.
APW. Yeah, that's where Marcus is the heavyweight champion.
boy.
Adrian just lost a match to Marcus this last show.
Oh.
Yeah.
But yep, Allied Pro Wrestling. If you're watching,
Allied Pro
Corbin,
Wrestling.
Kentucky, August 27th in the Corbin Civic Center.
We're gonna try to make it to some of these matches,
I'm
and
telling
with your help, we're gonna try to make it to some of these matches because, like, I can't keep up with like all these shows that are going on. Like, and you know what's going on, so you're gonna just give us a little message, a call, say, hey, this is going on this weekend, and maybe you can call us and say afterwards or something and tell us who won or whatever. And
Yeah, I don't. Like I said, I don't work too much in Kentucky anymore. Just going some different places out of the state.
oh yeah, you gotta move around, you gotta evolve and go to all these new places, man. And like, is there a new place that you're doing like now? Somebody new that you just started working for?
Yeah, Tri-State Wrestling is going to be a week or August 13th. I think that's next Saturday.
Uh-huh.
They're doing they just started up in Versailles, Indiana. They've got Brian Pillman Jr. on the card, Jake Christ, Trey Lamar,
Man.
a lot of good names that's going to be on that card. And the Tri-State Wrestling, they're new.
Who's their owner?
Logan Cummins, I believe is his name, but he's not a wrestler or anything.
Just a fan or somebody that loves wrestling?
I guess so. He just reached out to me like, hey, we need a referee. You want to referee your show? I'm like, yeah, for sure.
Hell yeah.
He's a good guy.
Austin Michaels shouting out Tony Crowell. He said Tony Crowell is the man.
Tony Corral. Jeez. Tony's certainly he's a character.
Yeah, Tony Corral.
If I had to pick someone based in Kentucky that I like right now, it's KPW's Tony Corral, because the man knows how to do hardcore style matches that make you invested.
If you thought Nate Gnarly was a fun show or like a wild show, I should say, having Tony Corral on this podcast would be a wild show.
Oh, really?
That's what
We'll try. We'll try to get him in here. We'll try to get Tony Corral in here. But I got on Facebook and asked him, like, can you add me? Because I had asked too many people to be my Facebook friends, and he's like, who are you? And I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, Tony doesn't play.
It says Nice Guy Andy on there. Like,
he don't have you at it. He got me at it.
no, this was a couple weeks ago before we was going to go down there to record their match, their disqualification match.
You mean he knows who Superfan Johnny is, but not Nice Guy Andy?
He didn't know who I was. He's like, who are you? And I'm like, I'm the host of the Nice Guy Andy podcast. And he was like, oh, okay. And he still didn't add me after that. He probably don't like me, I guess. He found out Adrian was going to be on the show. I guess he didn't.
Oh
Hey.
wow! Sound effect. You think it's over? 1, 2.
Oh, I thought that was it. Matt Hardy put him in a side effect.
2.
Adrian Alexander.
I really thought these two were going to team up at some point here.
Me too.
No, I think Big Money Matt's he's over.
Matt
Yes.
Hardy.
Oh no! No! Oh!
I think this is one of the last
I want him to go back to the deleted guy, the broken Matt. I want him to go.
I think this is the last character you're going to see.
Austin Michaels said, "That's the problem. It's because you have Nice Guy in your name."
Well, don't be fooled by that. I'm not nice all the time.
That's right. Sometimes he's heel.
That's just like a pun. It's kind of like calling the big guy tiny.
That's right. Aaron Tiny Road.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'll tell you somebody
Tiny
else.
horse.
Somebody else. What'd you say?
Tony Austin, Aaron Rose is watching right now.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Aaron's the man. Aaron
Yep.
is the
Yes,
guy
he
that
is.
I grew up going to shows where he was announcing and like Pro Wrestling Freedom, Pro Wrestling Revolution. And then to be in the ring and him sharing a ring with him, announcing, that's something that I will never take for granted. Aaron Rose, love you, man. You're a great guy.
Yeah, Aaron Rose is
He
really
really
good at
is.
this. I tried the little play-by-play the last at Tony at the Rick Flair show, and I did pretty good, I guess. But
Yeah, you did. You
I'm gonna have
did
to
a good
practice a
job.
little
Kill
bit more on that.
switch. Unpretty or it's over.
Good night.
Yep,
Okay.
it's over.
Going through the table. Good night.
It's over.
Sleep.
2, 3.
But I'd like Matt Hardy to go back to the Broken Matt Hardy and have like a little crazy faction.
Tony
Like,
Crowd.
He-
Tony Khan hates that.
No, I think this
He
will
could-
be the last Matt Hardy you see. Like Matt Hardy wanted to have one last run with his brother, and then I think Matt's gonna kind of just do a more backstage role. That's what my opinion is.
That's what I think. Too.
I could see him taking over the Dark Order, really.
He could as a broken man.
They
like
could
you
use
said.
him. They could use a guy like Matt.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna do the
Uh-oh.
chair
Oh
gimmick.
no!
Concerto.
Uh-oh.
Concerto.
Jungle Boy's gonna come out. Surely, come on.
Probably.
Uh-huh.
I want to see.
He's got
Now,
the
are we gonna
chairs.
see? Are we gonna see Luchasaurus turn on Jungle Boy?
Oh.
Jungle
That's what I wanna
Man is
see,
coming
too.
out.
Now look, everybody's looking to the entranceway.
It's not Jungle Boy
no.
anymore. He has a
Oh,
black
no.
jacket on.
Don't
He's
do
Jungle
it.
Man.
Yep,
Do not
he's a
do
jungle
it.
man.
When you put on a black jacket, you become a man.
Yeah, he became a man.
Black leather
Look,
jacket.
Look where everybody's
So-
looking. Look
Oh,
where-
oh,
It was
Uh-oh.
telegraphed.
What's going on?
Who is it?
Luchasaurus.
Luchasaurus. Oh God.
Okay, now what are we gonna see here from Luchasaurus?
He's
That's what I'm
gonna
wondering too.
he's gonna help him with that.
Christian Cage's like, what?
He looks menacing.
What's
He's
the
no longer.
Man, that black mask
whoa, whoa.
could sets it off.
Could you
Uh-oh.
could
Oh.
you imagine if Luchasaurus turned on Jungle Boy and you got a three-way match between?
Oh.
That would be great.
Yeah,
That
I
would
want
be
to see
something,
that. Yeah,
yeah.
I want to see
I
that.
love this more.
That's a
serious
good idea.
Luchasaurus.
Look at that shit.
He looks like one of the Young Bucks.
Yeah,
he looks like
does.
the third one of the Young Bucks.
Yeah.
Young buck brother.
Yeah,
Yep.
the youngest buck.
Fun fact: they have another brother.
Do they? Is he a wrestler too?
He was Malachi.
Look all the crap. Oh.
What do you think about Alex Zane?
I love Alex Zane. He was super. He's one of the guys. I have a really early video of him doing a crazy dive at a Pro Wrestling Freedom show. He was really young, just got in. But Alex Zane's a guy that I love, and I got to ref the match between him and Facade at New South. That match was super fun.
Oh, that was a great
Yes, I
match.
love that
That was one of the best matches I've seen in a while.
I
That
think
match.
that was Alex Zane's first match back because he did a death match in California with Jimmy
Jeez.
Lloyd, and he got glass in his eye and like really gashed up his arm real bad. So that's why he was supposed to be on the New South show before, like the month before, but he was still hurt.
Jeez.
I was told that was his first match in Lexington.
Actually, I think it was. Yeah,
His first match ever in Lexington
Yes,
is what
but
I
I
heard.
think it
He's
was-
from Lexington. That's what I heard. It was the first match.
Yeah, but it was his first match back from injury.
Yeah, back from injury
Yeah,
too.
but that was his first because it's crazy. Like with Lexington being such a central
Big, small city.
Yeah, like you would think like promotions would run here more often, but
It's
no.
expensive to get anywhere to like. It's expensive anywhere to put up a ring and have a match
Sorry
unless
to
it's
cut you off.
outside.
But Bobby said that dive that you're speaking of is on his YouTube channel.
Yeah, I know Shane Mercer. It was on Shane
Jeez.
Mercer's YouTube channel for a
Shane
long
Mercer's
time.
a beast.
But if you look in that video, Bobby, if you can find this, Bobby, and you see somebody, a kid in the front row, you know the anonymous mask, the Guy Fawkes mask.
Yep.
If you see a kid wearing that mask, that is a young Peyton Bowman.
Oh wow!
Oh,
Okay.
wow, that's a
Front
nice
row.
history.
Man.
Okay.
So
that's cool.
I was right there. It was a dive off the like the entrance like pipe and drape setting. It was in the Corbin Arena. The Corbin Civic Center. That's where the show was. But
Man.
yeah, Pro Wrestling Freedom. It wasn't the Sean Hard Drive show, a benefit show, but it was a Pro Wrestling Freedom show, and yeah.
So with all the venues that you've been in around Kentucky, what's your favorite one, and where's it at, and what's your favorite venue? And you go in there and like, damn, I don't believe this place is here in this, where do you like to go, and like where's your favorite venue?
I would tell you one thing. In Kentucky, I was shocked. The old KEPW venue with the American Legion, that place, no matter what you put in front of them, they were always loud, and I've been in the middle of a riot there. That venue was a place where the crowd was always on fire. Like no matter what you put in front of them, you could put a 5-star match, you could put a match that was straight garbage, and they'd be on fire for it. So that.
You seen their new place?
I've seen it. I haven't been in it.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place. It really is.
They actually, I believe that. No, I haven't been there.
Really?
But I haven't been at the.
I like the Legion was okay, but it was really small in there. But the last time I was there, that was when that big old crowd started trying to fight with.
I was the riot.
The Bruiser.
Yeah, I was there at that riot. There were guns pulled and everything. I was in the middle of it.
Yeah, there was like 4 or 5 cops.
I may or may have not been told to call the police at that show.
That's Kentucky wrestling for you. Anything can happen.
That's right.
Yep.
I'm telling you, man. That's whenever you ask me that question, what venue comes to mind? Where I'm like, wow, this is pretty cool. That venue, that comes to mind. And then the Corbin Civic Center has so much history, and so it's always fun to go there for Henry Shaw's APW.
We want to try to get down to that one you're talking about on the 27th. You're going to be refereeing that, right?
I will be. Yes.
Yeah.
That'll be.
I want to try to get down there to go watch that show. That'd be
nice.
That'd be great.
Their first show. I wasn't there for the second show, but the first show it was awesome. I mean, it was one of those. I've never been present in a moment where the crowd became completely unglued, and it sounded in a room of like 300 fans. It sounded like there was 300,000. Marcus Johnson won the championship there in Corbin, and the place came unglued. Like I was in the back watching it, and it felt like I was watching Dusty Rhodes and Ric Flair wrestle a match, and it was.
See, that's Kentucky wrestling for you.
Yes.
You get the energy, man. You get the energy
For sure. And is that Kip Sabian?
Yep, that's him. They keep on having him wear that box. Yeah, that's Kip Sabian.
Oh no.
Ethan Page. I've got to share a locker room with him. He's a cool guy.
Ethan Page is
Austin
awesome,
Michaels
man.
said, Jellicoe, Tennessee, TCW.
Never been to Jellicoe. Can't
He
say much
says-
on
Got another
Jellicoe.
question for you whenever you're ready.
What's up?
What'd you think when Bailey came out from SummerSlam? Or when you
I
heard?
didn't watch Bailey come out, but it was cool seeing Dakota Kai. Dakota Kai and Io Shirai, because I saw a report that Io was wanting to leave, but I guess Triple H getting in control changed their mind.
He's changed a lot of people's mind.
I think what you're going to start seeing is a lot of guys in AEW jump ship to the WWE, whereas whenever Vince was in control, they wouldn't even think about it. But now that Triple H is in control, a lot of people, I think.
Triple H likes to use everybody. He likes to use everybody. Get them involved. Put them in factions. Get them involved.
Did you hear about the tryouts in Vegas?
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Oh, that was a disaster. Where they didn't allow any independent wrestlers with any wrestling history come. They only had athletes like collegiate athletes, and everybody got hurt because nobody knows how to work.
Yeah.
And then Triple H said that they're going to focus more on independent wrestlers.
Yeah, they should.
Why
They
wouldn't
should.
you?
Exactly,
You have not millions, thousands of independent wrestlers.
Exactly.
Because Vince didn't want to take anybody else's idea, and he wanted his own ideas for WWE.
It's because Vince has a product and a certain wrestler that he wants to create, and he thinks that, well, if I can get a collegiate athlete and just because he thinks these guys coming from the indies, like, they have these bad habits that he doesn't like, these little critiques, but he thinks he can make his own star out of these guys, like Bianca Belair.
Kind of like he did Kurt Angle, kind of.
Yeah, like Kurt Angle. Like Kurt Angle, he did some independent stuff, like, for developmental, like, he was still under Vince's wing. And, but,
Ethan Page.
Uh-oh.
Okay. All right.
Uh-oh.
what about, what's his name? Dave, what's the manager's name? His manager was Scorpio Sky?
Yeah.
We know what you're talking about.
Dave,
Is that his name? I don't know.
The guy from
I'm trying to think.
America
of that.
Top Team.
Yeah,
Top
I'm
Team
trying
guy.
to think of his name again. Sean would know it. Chime in, Sean.
Oh.
He's on here. He's watching on YouTube.
He said, "Let's
Sean's
do
watching on
this."
YouTube.
Oh yeah, he's on. Ooh, he's on here too.
That's Big Tom.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dan Lambert. Dan
Yep,
Lambert.
Dan.
Lambert,
Yep.
Dan
that's his
Lambert.
name.
Dan Lambert.
And shout out to you, Bone Breaker Action.
Oh, bone breaking action. Yeah, we're gonna.
Oh,
If he jumped ship from Dan Lambert, I mean,
Stokely? Yep.
Stokely's okay, but I think Dan Lambert's doing a hell of a job as their manager.
Here's the voice mouthpiece.
From
I like Dan Lambert.
yes, me too. He's grown on me since he first
Serious?
appeared.
He's just playing the whole Jim Cornette card.
Yes. And I don't care if nobody likes him, but he's awesome.
what is he?
I couldn't believe Anna Jay turned. That was.
Me either. That,
Man.
that came out of nowhere.
Is she still with Jungle Boy?
Yep. She's still with
Yep.
Jungle Boy. He's still a man because of her.
Well,
I love those guys.
Yeah. They're both great.
I thought it was funny. Did you catch? I think it was a couple weeks ago. He called the AEW fans the AEW
Oh.
Galaxy.
Yep. I thought that was funny too.
What just
what the-
happened?
oh,
Shit.
oh,
Oh golly!
Oh shit.
poor guy,
Damn. That poor guy.
poor guy.
Hey, technically, he got lucky.
Hey, I think-
checking her out, so you had to put her to sleep.
If they play their cards right, I think Excalibur and Taz could be the next duo. Like everybody talks about.
Yep,
like,
I
you
think
got,
so,
you got
too.
you got JR and Jerry Lawler, which obviously like you can't compare them like anybody to them. Like they're on a whole other level. But I think if they play their cards right, Taz and Excalibur can be one of those duos that 30 years from now everybody
the-
looks at and says, right there's the best in the game.
Exactly.
Dumpster match.
Oh boy.
Yep. Just like the one from Raw, 1998.
New Age Outlaws and Chainsaw Charlie and,
Yep.
and Mankind or Cactus Jack.
Yep.
Oh, whoa.
The one where
Like,
the one where Terry Funk busted his ass because there's a 2x4 down inside the
Gun
dumpster.
Club with Billy Gunn.
And when he got scoop slammed inside there,
Former New South Heavyweight Champion.
Yes.
Billy Gunn's like, what the heck?
shout out to the Gun Club. Former New South Tag Team Champions.
That's right.
And their daddy, Billy
Oh,
Gunn.
oh.
Dad, there you go.
Watch
Check
out.
Dad. Take
I
him
love
out.
What
that
the-
gear.
Take him out. Take him
Yo,
What?
listen.
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
See ya.
Oh,
Oh.
not Billy Gunn. Come on.
Take him out.
Oh,
we lost the
Don't feed it
we lost the
again.
Wi-Fi feed again.
No,
good job, Billy Gunn.
it's not his fault.
I know. I'm just kidding.
I mean, it could be his fault.
Yeah, Andrew. Come
Oh,
on.
funny.
You come into the studio
My
and you
mom-
make their feet
my-
go out.
My mom just texted me and said, New South at the ice rink is a good venue too. So she's shout out to my mom watching the podcast.
Heck yeah!
Shout out to Peyton's mom.
Mrs.
Yeah.
Bowman, Miss Bowman, right?
So yeah. So the Lakes and Ice Rink, that was a good venue too.
Yep.
I, didn't-
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love that venue. I love that
I don't know
there.
why they moved it for.
I like the Armory. I like the smaller feel of the Armory.
Me
The
too.
Armory was nice too.
The
It
only
looked.
thing bad was the heat.
I'm
The
telling you,
AC,
I think
man, that was the thing.
Yeah.
New South could put a show on anywhere and make it look professional. When you walk into a New South show, it looks so professional, man.
Yeah, that's a big thing with Anthony Presley. He takes a lot of pride in how the product looks, and
Yep.
he's a guy that has taken care of me more than anybody else has taken care of me. So I'll always be a Tony Presley guy. He's a
Yep.
good guy.
That's right, because even when he was here, he treated us like we were already tight knit family.
Yeah, he was another one of those guys where I was pretty.
Oh.
I was one or two months into like doing things on my own and getting away from my older
we're
promotion.
back.
We're back after these messages.
And Tony
Uh-oh.
Tony Presley reached out
What
to me
the-
and was
What's he?
Tony reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to rep this New South show, which I hadn't even put on one show yet. Like they were brand new. And I'm like, yeah, sure. And I'm glad I did. 'Cause
I'm glad you did too, because you did a
Yikes.
good job. At
New South is my Kentucky home. I won't be able to make it to the
Ram
next
is
show,
back.
but
Ah.
yeah, where it's on a
As
Sunday.
always, the
Yeah.
next time. Everyone knows when you're the
That's the
referee of the match,
Is that the 21st
you're not
show?
going to be biased. You're going to try to be Calling it straight down the middle.
Right down the middle.
Is that like the day after? Is that the 21st show you were talking about?
goodness.
Yep, 21st.
That's the day after my birthday too.
Oh wow! Oh,
Ooh,
Oh,
I like
Ow.
that.
Dude, Austin Gunn's a star, man.
yeah. That show's like the day after my birthday.
And they get it too.
Oh.
I just now.
what do you think about her? The ref there. What do you think about her?
Aubrey? I like Aubrey. She's one of those guys that's or one of those refs that's animated and
Uh-oh.
She's
sometimes-
very animated.
sometimes I wish she was a little
Right to the
less.
jaw. Oh.
Sometimes it can
Whoa,
become
whoa,
a distraction with her.
Yes, sometimes.
But she's one of the best in the game. Like can't.
One of my
can't deny
favorite
it.
animated refs was Mark Curtis from WCW.
Joe.
Lil Nate was another one I was a big fan
Yeah.
of.
No,
Lil
Nate.
Nate is still one of the best ones doing it right now.
Yep. I like Calm Low.
Rudy Charles.
Nate.
Rudy Charles is another one.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh
You
no!
know, you know,
Oh boy.
I always thought,
Oh.
Really?
What's up with our Wi-Fi tonight?
damn it, you stupid ass Wi-Fi. My bad.
Is it raining out? Is it raining out there?
Excuse my language.
No, you're cool.
Oh no.
Is it raining out?
Might be.
It's not supposed to.
It rained earlier.
Yeah, it was like earlier.
We're still live on the. So it's not the internet. It's got to be the Wi-Fi. There you go.
Go back on mine.
It could be DirecTV
Oh
too.
look.
Yeah, it could be DirecTV too.
Oh,
Oh.
we missed the Powerball.
Oh, you got to put both. You got to put both of them in the dumpster. Is that
whoa.
how you lose?
Yeah.
You got to
put
put.
them both.
You got to put them both in the dumpster. Okay.
Oh.
Cause that's how the
Oh, he's in. He's in the dumpster.
He's in.
Close it.
Oh, you got to close it on him.
Yeah, you gotta close it.
It's over.
Oh. Oh,
Nope,
wait.
nope, they said wait.
It's not over. It's not over till the fat lady sings.
Oh, hit him with the.
No, cookie sheet.
Oh.
Cookie sheet to the head.
The cookie sheet that Laura Crumbers took you out.
I know.
Scissors.
Scissors.
You can
Ooh.
scissor some other time.
Ow.
You got a mesh joint.
Austin Michaels said, "What a time to be involved in any wrestling."
Yep. Yep.
Exactly, man.
Until-
Indie wrestling
until-
and wrestling in general is getting so much better. With Vince McMahon retiring and Triple H taking over creative at WWE, and it's going to be a new era. I think it's going to make everything even more better because everybody's going to have to step their game up, and then like the indie wrestling is going to be better too because some of the indie wrestlers are going to go to WWE. They're going to be moving up, and then the indie wrestlers are going to move to AEW from WWE, and WWE back to AEW, and then the indie scene is going to get new people coming in and evolving their characters. It's just going to be like this next couple years, man. I think that indie wrestling is going to be huge, and plus you got the Nice Guy Andy podcast now,
That's right.
and we're gonna get this thing big. We got shouted out by Busted Open Radio.
For real?
Yes, they shouted us out on their Instagram. So
Nice.
Oh, that's
not on their show, but on their Instagram, they definitely shared our show. So
That's rad.
and we got some guys, and we got some all about wrestling.
Sean.
Uh-oh.
And we're
Oh,
all about
Sean's
wrestling indies. Here comes Sean.
All about wrestling in Pennsylvania. Sean John, you're on the podcast. What's up, Sean?
Not much, guys. I just want to say you guys are doing great tonight. Peyton Bowman, I've seen you a couple times on the game and shook your hand once at a New South show.
Yeah.
And, yeah, you guys are doing great. I asked a question on YouTube. I don't know if it got asked or if you answered it before I got involved, but who was your favorite referee growing up?
Favorite referee growing up was I think I did answer it. Bryce Rimsberg, doing Chikara stuff, CCW. He was always one of the guys I looked at and was like, I like how he is animated, and he was one of the first refs I really noticed like being animated and reacting to the moves. Bryce Rimsberg was a big one, and in terms of like WWE, Mike Chioda, I like Mike Chioda, and TNA, Rudy
nice.
Charles. But yeah, those were for sure. Bryce
That's cool.
Rensburg, and yeah, that's Bryce Rensburg, Rudy Charles, and Mike Chioda for sure.
Thanks for tuning in, J Money.
That's right. Speaking of which, Johnny Lee, I want to say you're doing a great job with
Thank
your
you very
new
much.
position as co-host, brother.
Thank you
I'm
very
proud
much,
of you.
cuz.
What's up, Sean?
Nah, not much, Drew Browning. What's up, baby?
Not much. How you doing, Sean?
Doing good, man.
Doing all right?
Yeah, you guys are doing good. But I just wanted to give a shout out to you guys. You guys are doing a great job tonight. Keep up the great work. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, thanks, Sean, for calling
Thanks,
us.
Sean.
Later, Sean.
Nah,
enjoy
not a
ya.
problem, guys.
We love you.
Later. Well, love.
And J Money, thank you for bringing energy into
Ride
our
that
show.
money train. Gotta ride that money train.
Hey, that money train just keeps on running, baby. Just
Hey.
keeps on running.
Y'all excited for Barbara 3, Andy?
Huh? Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah, we are.
It's like
We're getting a cake and we're bringing it to you on the Bar Brawl 3.
Oh, is that Gen Next?
Yeah.
Yep. Generation Next, and it's going to be at Legends
Right
Bar
on my
and Events,
on my birthday.
Cypriana, Kentucky. And they're yet to announce the matches that's going to happen, but be on the lookout in the coming weeks because they'll start showing us what the card's going to look like,
Yep.
and they're going to tell us what the after party's going to be like. And yeah, I've never been to a Generation Next party that let me down.
That's good. That's so exciting. That's good. Right on my birthday too.
Yep.
Oh,
That was nice.
that was nice.
Oh, my lower back. Oh.
At first, I thought they was going for a double arm DT,
Yeah, I know.
and then he transitioned.
Uh-oh.
it.
We got him.
Austin still
We got him.
watching?
Yep.
Ask him if he wants to call in.
Hey, Austin Michaels, you want to call in?
Oh boy.
So I want to hear a promo cut on Andrew. That's what I want to hear.
Hey, Peyton Bowman wants to hear you cut a promo on Andrew here. Because
Whenever he calls in, I'll be ready.
Andrew talks smack, and he said he wants to take your titles,
Now,
Austin
Andrew,
Michaels.
Andrew, I got to ask you, if you get beat, are you going to actually give up your belt? I mean, because that we got to have a contract
But
signed.
he's never going to get
Exactly.
beat, so we're not even going to have to answer that question, right? Right, Andrew?
Right. I have to give him that.
I mean, are you going to be a sore loser and say no? I can't. You can't take my belt. I'm keeping it. Or are you going to let? Or is Andrew? Or are you going to be fair and say, you know what, Austin Michaels, you beat me fair?
I'm
and
going to
square?
tell you right now, me as Nice Guy Andy, I'm going to do everything I can do to make sure that Andrew Browning keeps that belt.
Now, here, Andrew, let me ask you: would you be willing to make this a no disqualification match, or is this what are we doing here? Because if it's no disqualification, I mean,
So me and Slicky J
That was
and superfan Johnny Lee, like we just said, we're going to make sure Andrew Browning keeps that belt.
Meanwhile, Jose will be on Austin Michaels' team.
Even if I have to bring in the heavyweight champion, Nice Guy Andy podcast champion, Zodiac, to help us keep that belt.
That's right. And Zodiac would probably bring in Jose Fandil because Fandil's part of the heel squad.
Apparently.
Unknown caller.
Uh-oh.
Who could this be?
Oh boy. Oh.
This is the Nice Guy Andy podcast. Who is this?
This would be your idol and everyone else's idol, Austin Michael.
oh,
Oh wow! What's up,
Come
Mister?
on.
Shit, I
What's up?
I
What's
broke up.
Austin Michaels?
I can't even talk. The famous Mike.
I would like to get right down to business. I heard someone make a challenge about some gold being on the line.
Oh wow, yeah. Andrew's got his
the
belt
plate,
on his
Andrew.
shoulder. He's
Well, the best way to get Austin Michaels in the house, pal, is to throw some gold up, and maybe we can get that so-called referee Peyton Bowman over there. So
So-called referee.
maybe he could start a count of one, and by the time I get there, he could hit three.
oh wow. Oh wow.
It's certainly funny that when I come around, all of a sudden Peyton don't see much of anything.
Oh wow. He's calling you out, Peyton.
Austin Michaels, I know for a fact you're not a light Andrew. listen, you're both not licensed wrestlers, so I mean, here's what I think we ought to do. I mean, we can't have this in a wrestling ring, because the commission is so strict here in Kentucky.
Yep.
I think we just have a unsanctioned just parking lot brawl. I mean, I think it's what we. I think it's what it comes down.
Sounds like a
Comes
good
down
idea.
to Austin Michaels, and
Let me stop
I will
you
say
right
you right
there.
there. Austin
We got a
Michaels.
big parking lot out here.
You take your little
Austin
silly
Michaels
posse.
is licensed and ready, baby.
Oh wow, was that the claim? Who was in the dumpster there? We're watching AEW, Michaels.
Gun Club.
Austin Michaels is licensed
Oh,
and ready.
scissors.
It did flip really
Hey,
awkwardly.
Andrew,
It really did flip. I'm kind
he
of
just
scared.
told
of
you
those guys.
he's licensed and he's ready to kick
Andrew's
your
licensed.
ass.
Oh, Austin's licensed.
Yep.
Absolutely. Licensed
Who lets you have
and
a
ready.
license, Austin Michaels? Good night.
But now, Andy, I'd like to go ahead and say that, Andrew, brother, you better bring an army because Austin Michaels is bringing the Brotherhood, and we're hungry for gold.
Oh
And it's
wow.
all 9 of them.
Yeah, there's 9 of them. Good lord, the
9 of
studio
them.
ain't that big.
Vance Warner and Moxley.
Oh, Moxley.
But with all seriousness, guys, Peyton, and this goes out to you, man. Continue to grind, brother. Do your thing, man. You are going to be great in this business. This podcast that you guys do, man, I absolutely love it.
Thank
you guys
you.
are doing
Thank
great.
you very much.
I mean, I can't put you guys out there enough. I talk to guys every day, and I try to put your guys' name out there as much as I can.
Oh wow, we're a big
Thank you very
big
much,
fan of
Austin.
yours too, Austin. So thank you very much.
Appreciate
And
it.
Been
thank
since I
you,
met
guys.
you.
I would love to have you in the studio.
Yeah.
You name it, I'll be there, brother. And again, Peyton, you just keep up the work, brother. Keep grinding.
Maddie the
We'll
Fox,
see
thank
you
you
on
for
TV
tuning
real
in.
soon.
Hey, what about
thank you, Austin,
what
man. I
about
appreciate
let's say it right now. What about the last week of August? You want to be in here?
I'm there.
Okay,
Oh,
so
hell
yeah,
yeah.
we'll book that. Let me look at my calendar
up,
right
Austin?
now. I'm looking at it.
Face to face.
Look, I've got shows. I'm booked up until the 17th. We'll get you in here Wednesday the 24th. What about that?
You name it, I'm there, brother.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
Austin Michaels is going to be in the house on August the 24th, guys. We just announced it. We just made the
Live
deal.
on air.
You better be ready for those belts, Austin.
No.
Hey, Austin, bring all the gold you got,
No,
brother.
no. Yeah.
Yo,
We need to have a
Brother, I'll
contract
bring
signing. on this.
I'll
Yeah.
bring everything I got. And and Andrew, this
Yes,
goes out
sir.
to you. You go ahead and get your polishing rags ready, pal, because I'm going to need somebody to clean my belt up and yours when I take everything you got.
Oh, wow.
I'm thinking it's the other way around, so you might have to wait on that. So you better be ready.
Well,
let's
we'll
go.
make sure we ask the nice member of the Brotherhood, pal. You
That's
understand?
Don't
Yes,
make him
sir.
have to bring the other 8.
Oh boy.
Listen, guys, you guys have a great show tonight, man. Thank you. I'll see you guys soon.
Thanks,
Hey,
brother.
just keep grinding, brother. Keep
Hey, shout
grinding.
shout your stuff out. Shout out something for yourself. Plug yourself.
I don't need no plug. My name is Austin Michaels, and
And he is
clearly
the idol.
Where you going to be at
I am
next?
the idol, and I am the idol of every person that's on this podcast. I am the idol of anybody in Kentucky, Tennessee, baby. You know
All
Let's
right.
go,
I am
Tennessee.
the absolute greatest leader of the Brotherhood, pal. We'll see you guys soon.
All right. Thanks, Austin.
Later,
Thanks,
Austin.
Austin.
Thank you.
Love that guy.
Yep.
I didn't really think he was going to call, but yeah.
When the idol gets called out, the idol's got to answer.
Yeah, wow. Thanks, Austin, for calling.
Hey,
What do you think about that, Peyton?
Austin Michaels, brother.
He tried to say that you were a bad referee. That you're all
Yeah,
not
and then he had to
catching
turn around and blow some smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's doing that.
No,
He's doing that yin yang on you.
Austin, I appreciate your kind words, brother.
Yeah, we thank you for calling the show, Austin. Appreciate you, buddy.
Hey, Andy.
We're doing good,
You
Maddie.
notice this shirt I'm wearing right now?
Yeah.
Nick Combs got that for me.
Who did?
Nick, the Skullface Radio.
Oh
shirt.
man, I want to shout out.
nice.
I want to shout out Nick. Nick, man, Nick is he's got is it Nate, right? No, it's Nick.
Nick Nasty.
Yep.
He's got a really cool YouTube channel, guys. Y'all need to go over there and check it out. And I think Max, Max, and a Mike is on there too. I think
Yep.
he's on that YouTube channel. So y'all go ahead and check that YouTube channel out. And he's got some great music on there. The stuff that he's recorded in his studio.
Man.
Oh my God, it sounds
Yes.
so great.
Yeah, it does.
Show some love.
Like the music is just. I was listening to it the other day at work, and the sound is incredible. So get on there if you want to hear something that's recorded good, recorded live. He does the best. He does the best here locally. I think. I don't know. I mean,
it sounds like it.
Did you see where one show where him and where Tony Corral, Jimmy Fletcher went at it?
Did y'all see the? Did y'all see that they're gonna have a arm wrestling match down at
Yep, I saw that.
Legends Bar and Event Center?
Yeah.
When is it gonna be on the?
It's the night before Bar Brawl.
That's the night
August
before
19th.
Bar Brawl.
Yeah, I'm kind of interested in watching that. I don't know. That's going to be interesting into like how can you? I guess they're going to get up in the ring or up on the stage and do it. I guess I don't know.
They're probably going to have some of the toughest men try to win.
That's going to be crazy, man. I think I'm going to enter. I think I'm entering Slicky J into that.
Yeah, Slicky J. Yeah, Macho Man your way.
Yeah, come on, tell them about this. Get up into the mic and tell them, Slicky, how you going to come down there and beat everybody in that.
I'm coming down there with the microphone, and I'm gonna go crush everybody in that arm wrestling contest. Yeah, Larry.
Yeah, boy.
I'm calling you out right now. Yeah.
He's challenging you, Larry. He wants to see if your arms are the biggest arms in the game.
Very deep.
Y'all heard it now. Slicky J is going down to the arm wrestling match, and he's going to take everybody. Yeah, they're having a thing this Saturday. They're having a
Battle of the Belts.
Battle of the Belts this Saturday. Yeah.
Oh, this Saturday, yeah. Next pay-per-view.
It's not really a pay-per-view, is it? It's just a show.
Yeah.
It's like an hour.
Saturday
Yeah,
special.
basically like that.
It's like an hour special, I think. Ooh, Blackpool Combat Club.
Uh-oh. William Regal.
Speaking of combat, shout out to no good Jacob Ratliff. He's one of the best talents in Kentucky too. Jacob
Hell
Ratliff.
yeah.
If you're a promoter, you can't go wrong with Jacob Ratliff.
Yep.
Great guy.
Book that man.
Book him, guys. Book him. You heard it from Peyton Bowman right now.
That's right.
Almost called you Peyton Manning.
Funny you say that. Funny you say that. At the not New South, at the Black Label Pro show last Friday, I introduced myself to the Black Label Pro promoter, Mikey, and I said, Peyton, and I talked to him before on Messenger. But he's like, Peyton, you play QB at the Colts? And I'm like, no. I said my forehead's pretty big, but not that big. Not that big.
He's a Hall of Famer too, Peyton Manning.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
they got the Jericho Appreciation Club coming out here. Association, I
Jericho
guess.
Appreciation Association.
Who's you to? Is this Jericho?
These guys are
Yep.
sports entertainers that are
This
coming out right
is
now.
his new faction where they
Yep.
just appreciate Jericho.
Did you see
Coming out
how he
with
broke
that.
his nose?
Yep.
In that match with the
He hit him with the code breaker, and then the chair fell on Jericho and broke his nose. So
Yeah.
Jericho hit him with the
my
chair,
nose.
and the chair fell on him. The wizard, Chris Jericho.
the Wizard.
He's a wizard.
Moxley's going to wants to wrestle him.
Hello,
Just as,
Nola Fox. Thank you for tuning in.
he wants the lion tamer, what Moxley wants.
Yes, that's right. He wants to be lion tamed. And if you know your history, you know that the lion tamer is where Chris Jericho's doing the walls of Jericho, but instead of going down,
neck.
he puts his knee onto you, back of your neck, and then he pulls and just.
And he was the Lionheart. Lionheart,
Yes.
Chris Jericho.
Yeah,
Yes, he
Lionheart.
was.
Man,
He's ready to play some baseball.
And
swing.
I
and
loved when he
still
was
got it.
when he was in WCW. I think that was my most favorite time of watching Jericho actually because he didn't really do much character work back then. He just came out and just wrestled his ass off.
Yep, and also he wanted to work a program with Goldberg, but Goldberg didn't want to work a program with him.
I heard he whooped Goldberg. He whooped Goldberg
In real life,
backstage,
yes,
didn't he?
Got in a fight with him. Put him in a chin lock.
Yeah.
He said inside his book, what was I supposed to do?
Oh,
Let him beat the shit out of me?
Yeah.
So I got himself front face lock and I held it.
Yeah.
I was expecting him to get out.
Oh, Claudio.
It says, I'm not
This
letting
is,
you guys.
this is another great technical wrestler right here, Claudio Costano. I can't say his last name, but I can say his first name.
Is this Claudio?
Claudio.
Claudio Castagnoli.
Yes,
Castagnoli.
oh,
that's what.
He's a guy I watched hours of on YouTube growing up.
jeez.
He's
Yes, and
He's
he's
awesome.
one of the best.
You get back in the corner.
I'm just surprised that in WWE he never got to go for WWE championship.
Is
It's
this
always mid card.
Is the pure belt up for on Is the pure
I
belt
don't
up?
think so.
No, I don't think so either.
I don't think so either.
Oh, whoa.
Oh,
Uh-oh, he slapped him.
Oh, right there.
Oh,
Oh.
right to the nose.
What are you doing? Come on, ref.
Hey, he slapped him, so he flicked the nose.
Wheeler Yuta's a heck of a talent.
He
If you want
is.
to watch a great underrated match, I think it happened last year. This is before they were both signed to AEW. Wheeler Yuta and Lee Moriarty
Yeah,
for
ref.
the Independent Wrestling Championship, IWTV. They put on like an hour-long classic. It was awesome. So Lee
Jeez.
Moriarty and Wheeler Yuta, I think it was at Beyond Wrestling. That was an awesome match.
There's
yeah,
probably
I'll check
there's
it
probably
out.
not anybody else that knows more
Big
about
five.
this indie wrestling scene close around here than you.
I watch a lot of it.
I mean, you've been involved in a lot of this stuff.
And people sleep on indie wrestling.
For sure.
But I think that indie wrestling is some of the best wrestling you will see.
I'm telling you,
Yep.
if you go even branch out from Kentucky, like Kentucky,
Yeah.
it's harder for independent promotions to make it in Kentucky because the commission is so strict on wrestling in Kentucky.
Yeah.
So if you branch out to Indiana, you branch out to Ohio, even Southern Ohio, Southern Indiana. I mean, Southern Indiana has some of the best wrestling on the planet.
Yeah.
Paradigm Pro is where I consider my home promotion right now.
That's just over the bridge from Louisville,
It's
right?
in Louisville. I mean, it's right over the bridge in Jeffersonville, Indiana, and they put on some of the best wrestling.
He
they
was
have a
talking to
show-
me. He was talking to me about that.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
looking for sponsors.
Oh, no. Get out of here.
Speaking of sponsors, we'd love to be sponsored by L81.
Nah, 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 nah.
We're trying to get LA1 to sponsor us.
Hey, goodbye.
Hey, you want a good local company? Bees Berries make good kombucha.
Oh, really?
Bees
Grab that.
Berries out of.
That right there, that little. Yeah, that.
This one?
No. The
Oh.
no, in front of it. The thing in front of it. The thing in front of it.
That in front.
Yeah, that. Give me that. I didn't know that was over there.
Sorry.
Oh, watch out!
Yeah. But yeah, what is their name?
Bees Berries.
Well-
They're out of Berea.
We'll
Oh,
check
really?
them out.
Okay. Well, maybe
And-
we'll try to get those. We really need to do something more healthy around here. Look at
like
us.
I told
Yeah.
Andy, the best sponsors do is local sponsors because you can't go
Yeah.
wrong.
Yep.
Yeah. Bees Berries just made about like 30 minutes down south of you guys.
Oh wow!
Hell yeah.
Shout them out, man.
They're,
Check it a
lot?
I drink a ton of Bees Berries kombucha. It is legit.
Man.
It's awesome.
That's
Heck
great.
yeah.
to
And they
hear,
got
man.
like snack bars and stuff like that. It's all
Got a
healthy
question
stuff.
for you.
What's up?
What do you think about Liv Morgan right now?
Liv Morgan? Honestly, I don't watch a lot of Liv Morgan.
Yeah, she's a champ.
She beat Ronda Rousey.
She's a champ. Yeah,
Yep,
she
she's a
she came
champ.
out and cashed in her Money in the Bank.
See, I remember whenever she first got started in NXT, and I thought that she looks like she has some promising features.
Yeah.
And I remember she went to the main roster with the Riot Squad, and then I checked out after that.
Well, she came out at when did she come out at the last pay per view? And she no, it was Money in the Bank. She came out of Money in the Bank and cashed in on
Yep.
Ronda Rousey and won that night. Ronda Rousey shook her hand. So then at the next
Yep, that's
SummerSlam, they just
SummerSlam.
had another match, and Ronda Rousey was tapping her out, Liv Morgan, at the same time as her shoulders were down.
Yep.
So they got the
Oh.
1, 2, 3, and Ronda Rousey just
And the
went-
referee-
she lost again, and Ronda Rousey just went
And
straight
the way that happened
off
was
and turned
that
into a
the,
heel.
Did Liv Morgan? Did she tap out like after the 3 count, or was it?
It was during the second 3 count.
Yeah.
At 1, 2,
She
and
technically
right 2.
she tapped out a little before the 3.
But
Yep.
he didn't see, the referee
but
didn't
the
see
shoulder,
it.
her shoulders were down. Yeah,
Yep.
you
Yeah.
gotta count that.
And because
So what
Because
is that rule about? Like, so if the ref calls the match over and calls a winner, that's permanent?
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean the referee calls what he sees. So if
Yeah.
you see if the referee, that's
We're
another
doing
thing
good, Maddie.
a lot of people miss. Like the referee's job counting the 3, you have to watch the shoulders of the person being pinned. You're not supposed to look around. Sometimes we'll catch if their hands are on the ropes or something like that. But we're supposed to look at the shoulders, make sure the shoulders are down. That way, if the wrestler gets their shoulder up even a little bit, their shoulders off the mat, they'll call it. It's a 2 or a 1 or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's what the referee's looking at is the shoulders. So
That's why a lot of stuff doesn't get called, because that's their main that's their main focus right then.
And a lot of people think, well, if a wrestler kicks out, then that breaks a count. technically, no, it's not the kick out that breaks the count. It's the shoulder that comes up in the kick out. So
Ow.
you can kick out. Like, you can be kicking all you want as you're being covered.
Whoa.
But if
Drop
your shoulder
kick.
is still down, the count's still going.
Okay, cool.
So-
Exactly, and what the
Dude.
referee
Oh.
calls.
So in a
Count.
disqualification match, okay, what's the referee's job in a no disqualification match? What's the referee's job? Just to
Count to 3.
just to
Yep,
count the 3.
just to
That's the
count
only
3.
job you got.
Because inside of a no DQ match, there's no rules.
It's easy. It's easy. When those matches are easy now, it's tag matches, and there's a lot more rules in a tag match.
Yep.
It's a singles match, and those matches are you got to be more authoritative. And there's more rules,
Yep.
but no DQ. Just gotta win it in the ring.
So do you I guess you do all the matches, the DQs, like you refer every match.
Zodiac's match with 747 last weekend was a no disqualification match, or it was a what did Max call it? Referee's discretion, kind of like relieved rule. I can't remember what he called it, but relaxed rules match. So it was kind of like my discretion, and so it was no count out, no disqualification. That was Zodiac's match, and
Shout out
Zodiac.
to our champ.
Yep.
Yep. Oh.
Shout out to Zodiac, the new
Zodi.
Nice Guy Andy podcast
That
champion
cruise right there.
at the next generation next generation next
And we'll be right back.
not the next generation, but the next New South Wrestling the next New South Wrestling show. They're going to be having a triple threat match against Matt Vine, Zodiac,
Swayze.
and Adam Swayze, Hollywood Adam Swayze.
God.
Those guys are all stars.
Hell yeah, they are.
They are.
Adam Swayze. Jeez.
He's
And
so
like-
funny, dude.
And like the proof is, what the referee calls is right, because
Yep.
what he
Sometimes we
sees-
get things wrong. Sometimes
Yeah.
we don't see things.
But at the same time, hey,
What's the referee there for? He's there
Yeah.
to get a finish
Yep.
in the match.
exactly.
So we gotta have
if you
a,
count that three's official. Even if the other guy is tapping out.
Slap fest.
I love that.
So this is the main event,
We're
right?
slapping each other.
I do not see Willard Yuta
Whoa.
winning this match.
I don't know. Brian Daniel Bronson just took him a loss from the
Oh.
one of the
Yeah.
guys the other day.
Daniel Garcia.
Daniel Garcia, one of the.
That would be big if Willard won this.
Suplex.
I can see him winning this.
Austin Michaels says, "What the referee don't see won't hurt him."
Yeah, boy.
He's taking Jericho to Suplex City here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
what is
is.
that? 4 or 5 right now?
Shelby Brock Lesnar over here.
Oh, that's
Another one.
2. Oh, I
yeah.
thought it was over. I thought it was over. I thought he won.
Shelby Brock Lesnar.
Austin Michaels kind of right at the same time. What the
Oh.
referee don't see won't hurt him, because a lot of times
Roll up.
these heels will take,
Uh-oh.
will take cheap
Walls of
shots behind their
Jericho.
back.
Oh, I bet Jericho's gonna put him in the lion
Twist him
tamer.
Yep.
over.
That's what. Oh,
No.
come on.
Walls of Jericho.
I would like to
Uh-oh.
see him do the lion tamer a little bit.
It would
more.
make sense because Jericho is
Yeah.
Yep,
or
and his
Moxley's.
heel.
Moxley's won the line.
He's wanting the Lionheart.
Lionheart.
Yep. Plus the lion tamer is a lot worse here than the walls of Jericho,
He's gonna tap.
because he's basically putting his knee onto the back of your neck.
Hey,
That's
it
just the,
pressures your
uh,
neck.
That's
Great
the.
job. Right to the ropes.
That's pretty much the camel clutch, ain't it?
Yeah.
It's basically a Boston crab.
Yeah, Boston Crab, camel clutch, like the Iron Sheik used to do the camel clutch.
Yeah, the cam clutch is different, but that one that Jericho does is a Boston crab.
Did you ever do that? Do you ever
Oh,
like
Jericho, what are you doing? Oh,
what she did, like-
shoved him.
do that to the wrestlers, pull their hands down and stuff like that? Do you ever?
Yep.
Oh.
I had Zodiac try to cheat.
Not
Not
our champ.
our champ. Don't say that about
Hey,
our
our
champ.
our
He had-
champ's
he
a
had
good man.
Zodi.
He had a foreign object in his hand. He was going to punch him, and I had to grab
Okay.
it,
Oh.
take it, and
Yeah, I bet that was a feat grabbing
Maybe
his
that was
arm.
an accident, and he just politely
probably
trying to
pulled
hand the
all-
other guy
he probably
the,
pulled-
foreign object back.
Making us look bad.
Wow.
You probably pulled all the muscles in your arm, stopping his arm.
oh no, he wasn't in the middle of the punch. He was just rearing back, and as he was rearing back, I saw it, and
Grabbed him. Pulled it out.
And then- and then he turned around and got hit by a World's Strongest Slam by 747.
Oh.
Did he lose that match?
He did. He got
Oh,
At least the belt wasn't on the line.
I'm glad the belt wasn't on the line.
Yeah, thank goodness.
Man.
I don't know, 747. He'd be a good champ.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would be.
We're kind of
Yeah, he
biased
would.
towards Zodiac. Zodiac can't do no wrong around here.
Whoever
Nope.
wins the belt is a true champion.
Oof.
We love Zodiac around here.
Zodi!
Austin Michaels said it was a toy and he just wanted to share it with his buddy.
Oh, that's
What?
not what it was. That sounds like an Austin Michaels excuse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's so funny.
He's kind of right though.
Uh-oh.
It was kind of like a toy.
Well, our Uter's up at the top, bro. Oh, he
Code
caught him
breaker.
with the code breaker.
Breaker.
It's
Right off the
over.
top rope.
It's over.
I don't know. Is it?
1, 2.
Oh, Peyton Bowman called it.
Jericho's like, what?
Not yet. Not ready
I
yet.
think Jericho's.
No.
Jericho's wrestling with a broken nose too. That can't
Yep.
be.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
that can't be fun.
My nose.
What's he going for here?
I'm wrestling with a
Oh,
broken
he's going.
nose.
Nope, he's going for a Blackpool,
Dude.
a Blackpool combat.
Everybody's been doing that lately.
Oh, he grabbed his nose.
Oh,
no,
shit.
no.
Yeah, everybody does that move.
Ow. Oh.
Oh, on his face too. Oh, what is
Oh,
this? What is this?
STF? No.
No. Rings of Saturn,
Oh.
Yeah. Wow.
a modified
Oh,
version.
that looks like.
What is?
Yeah, that does look like crap.
boy.
What's he
Oh my
trying
God.
to do?
Oh, that's tough.
Okay, that one's good.
Ow.
What the heck is that move?
It looks like a modified SDF.
Sean, what's
Look
that
like
move?
Ring of Saturn.
Oh.
That ain't what your mama said.
Oh, he got
no.
the bat. Oh, disqualification. No, she's taking the bat away.
Edwards says,
Oh,
Oh, kicked him in his nuts.
Blow the belt. Come on,
And it
Jericho.
counts.
Oh
I know
wow.
the
your
referee-
pain, Aubrey.
the
She
referee
didn't see it.
Shit, like,
Yeah.
like I didn't do anything.
You know them
I'm
zebras, they don't see it.
She was distracted by the
Yeah,
by the
she
bat.
was distracted
Oh,
by that bat.
roll up.
Oh,
Oh no!
oh,
STF.
oh,
Like every other woman
one,
distracted about some big black.
Oh.
now,
That was a good
is it
Now
gonna
we're
be a
going for
lion tamer?
Oh, lion tamer. There comes a lion tamer.
Oh,
There it goes,
oh,
lion
stomp
tamer
on his head.
time.
Oh,
Lion
Yeah,
tamer.
lion tamer.
Lion tamer. Lion tamer.
yep, it's
It's
over.
a lion tamer.
Tap out.
You got tap
Oh,
out.
he tapped out. Give him your belt.
Moxley
That's
wants
why I love it.
Moxley wants the lion heart. He's gonna get the lion
Oh,
heart.
keep it.
That's
He's
right.
trying to keep
Still
it on
won't
him.
let go.
He's trying to keep it on him.
I love this version of the move better than the Boston Crab.
Oh, I like that move too. Why did he change it? Why did he even?
because
Uh-oh.
it was hurting people's
Can't get
neck.
him off.
It was hurting people.
Let's get.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Get out there, Peyton, and stop
Somebody.
this.
Now that looks vicious
There's
too.
Mox.
Somebody get out there.
Here he comes to save his boy.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Moxley!
he's bringing the bell with him.
Mox is like, I don't
Moxley!
gotta run to whoop his ass. I'll just
Take
walk.
your sweet time, Mox.
Yeah, run,
I mean, it's not like you just being in pain or anything.
Through the
Moxley
belt.
came out. Moxley came out. Oh, he's chasing
Oh,
off.
yeah.
Jericho's leaving. Come on.
He chased Jericho off.
Come on.
Jericho's
He's
looking
good.
good.
Yeah,
Yes, he is for his age,
yeah.
Yep.
and he's still putting on bangers.
Moxley looks all right too, because about a year ago, Moxley looked like crap, man.
Alcoholic.
He looked purple.
He was purple when he was wrestling. Like he looked like a purple Smurf or something. I don't know.
dead bod on it.
What's he saying? One amazing, great action Saturday. Oh, this is gonna be on Saturday.
Battle of the Belts.
Moxley versus
I thought he
Jericho
said
on
live-
Saturday
I
night.
think he said live Wednesday on the graphic.
That's what the thing said on there.
Oh, it's live right now, I think, right?
Oh.
No. It was saying next week they're gonna
Oh,
have a
on Wednesday? I
Oh,
thought he
yeah.
said Saturday. I thought he said
Now I think Moxley's gonna be putting the belt on the line with somebody.
Survivor of the
Saturday.
Stu Hart Dad Dragon.
Jericho, you got it.
You got it.
You got Lionheart.
Oh.
But I'm going to stretch the out of you.
Jeez.
That's
Oh,
gonna be
wow.
a great match.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a hard hitter. You want the lion heart? You want to get the lion
He wants his
heart.
strap. He wants his strap.
Woo.
You think he's gonna drop it? You think he'll drop it
That
too?
match
I'm
will be
not
awesome.
sure, but if he does,
Moxley,
That'd be
Mance
great.
Warner.
Uh-huh.
Mance Warner is a star. That
Really?
match
yes,
will
he
be awesome.
is.
When is that gonna be? Friday night? That's Friday night. Saturday night to fight for the ROH Championship. Looks like
Oh, Takashita.
Takashita.
My boy.
Oh.
Love me some Takashita.
And then
See,
on
it'll be-
Saturday.
Next week it'll be.
Yeah.
Jericho
Oh, I
versus
can see
John
Jericho
Moxley.
winning that championship. Can't you guys?
Yep.
I
don't
can.
know.
I can see him dropping it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It could go either way because they're both hard hitting wrestlers.
We'll see you next week,
Both of them
Oh,
are
wow. It's over. AEW's over, guys.
great. That's right. It ended with Jericho.
Oh,
putting you up.
BattleBots is on.
Oh, BattleBots. Love this show.
We always shout out BattleBots afterwards.
I mean, you can't go wrong with two machines battling it out while their masters try to control and have them beat each other senseless.
One last
Yeah.
robot standing.
Yep.
That's why I love it, because
That's
you're
somewhat
getting some
true.
action like wrestling. I mean, you got commentators that's acting like wrestlers.
Yep.
You got fans that are getting excited for it, and then you got the BattleBots standing in as
This is
wrestlers.
old stuff, though. This is 2021 stuff.
Yep.
All right, guys. It's I don't. Y'all want to wrap this up or what? Y'all want to do?
We could go an extra hour.
Okay.
Oh, extra
we
hour.
can do whatever Peyton Bowman wants to do.
It's totally up to you guys.
Well, I'd say let's just wrap it up and.
Can I give some shout outs?
Oh
quick?
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what we usually do at the end. We usually get the shout outs. I want to shout out. I need to do for Royal X for your internet gaming needs. Get on Facebook and join Royal X's either one of their groups or their Facebook page, and tell them Nice Guy Andy podcast sent you, and they'll give you $5 in free play. Or call them at 859-684-9176. Tell them that Nice Guy Andy podcast told you, and they'll give you free $5 in free play. And we want to shout out L81. We are a sponsor of them. They're not a sponsor of us, but we want to shout them out and try all their refreshing flavors as the orange cream and the cherry and
Good stuff.
the blackberry. If you can get it, we found some blackberry. I got one out there.
Blackberry.
And then their original L81, which is really crisp and cold
Yes.
when you and it mixes good with Crown Royal peach.
And Austin Michaels wants to say real quick,
Yeah, boy.
guys, great stuff. See you all soon. And again, Peyton, keep on the grind. See you real
I
soon.
appreciate it. Awesome.
And now our man can shout them out.
All right. I want to give out first. Shout out some names at top of my head that I just wouldn't be here without them. Adrian Alexander, Jimmy Felcher, Noga, Jacob Ratliff, the shot callers. Those three, those guys are top talent. Any promotion would be benefited by having the shot callers on them. Adrian Alexander, Juicy Jimmy Felcher, and Noga, Jacob Ratliff. Those guys are some of my best friends. They're awesome. Henry Shaw, Ally Pro Wrestling, Corbin, Kentucky. Henry's got to be on this podcast sometime. That guy is hilarious.
Oh, let's
Yes.
get him on
He's
here.
got so
We
many
definitely wanna get him on
stories. Shout out to Henry Shaw. Let's see, Anthony Presley. He's been on a podcast
Yep.
before.
He's going to be on the August the 17th.
Yeah,
So.
he is.
Nice.
He's a guy that has brought back independent wrestling in Kentucky. Just made it. Just can't miss stuff. Anthony Presley, and trying to think of any other names. Sean Patrick O'Brien, my referee and dad. He's the best. Aaron Grider, Dave Harmon. Dave Harmon refs for New South and OVW, and he refed the Ric Flair show. Fun fact.
Oh, wow.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
Charlene, those are my ref, and Jonathan Barnes too, of course. And I think it's all the names I can think of right now.
Shout out the wrestling programs the wrestling promotions that you're working for right now.
Yeah, I will go by what I'm working this upcoming month, or this month rather. August the 12th, Jeffersonville, Indiana, Paradigm Pro Wrestling. I think then the show's name is Kicking the Door or Kicking Down the Door or something like that. It's a can't miss show at the Jeffersonville Arena, iconic venue. You can't miss that show. It's going to be awesome. Impact talent, Ring of Honor talent, MLW talent is all going to be there. It's the best wrestling in the Louisville, Jeffersonville, Southern Indiana area. So Paradigm Pro Wrestling, August the 12th. August the 13th, Tri-State Wrestling in Versailles, Indiana. They're going to be crowning their heavyweight champion, Brian Pillman Jr., Jake Christ, Braden Lee, all kinds of awesome talents going to be there. August the 19th, Friday, August the 19th, RWA in Newport, RWA, Revolutionary Wrestling Alliance, Newport, Tennessee, is having a fair show. It'll be a good show. The 20th, Unsanctioned Pro, Delaware, Ohio. That'll be an awesome show, too. A ton of awesome talent. Lore Crew will be there.
Seen him tonight on AEW.
Yeah.
Yep. name.
And then the 27th of August, like I said, I can't push this enough. Allied Pro Wrestling, August the 27th in the Corbin Civic Center. You cannot miss it. You should go ahead, mark that date off your calendar. Marcus Johnson versus Chance Profit in the main event.
Oh,
Can't
that's
miss.
gonna be great.
There's gonna be a triple threat match, I believe, involving Carson Drake, Justin Xavier, Adrian Alexander. I think it's gonna be a triple threat match. Don't. It's not the gospel, but that match will be awesome. But I think that is all the promotions I can think that I work for. But Paradigm Pro Wrestling, Unsanctioned Pro Wrestling, I'm going to be getting involved in Black Label Pro Wrestling, Tri-State Wrestling, New South Wrestling, Kentucky. Go to all those pages, follow them, look at their events. You can watch them on Independent Wrestling TV, IWTV. If you don't have IWTV membership, get it. It's awesome.
That's right.
But with that, I think that's all I can think of right now.
Awesome, man.
Hell yeah.
Thank you very much. We want to I want to have a really a closer relationship with you, so you can tell us what's going on with these wrestling matches, and you can come in, call us and tell us what's going on a regular. Give us some more information. I'd love for you to be on the Nice Guy Nation Facebook group.
Yeah, I think I made a post in there today.
As like an administrator,
Okay, cool.
and you can post more indie stuff, because I want to get more indie stuff on there.
Yeah.
And and contribute to the Nice Guy Andy podcast as much as you want or can.
Because what we want to do.
Because I'd love to have you in studio more.
Yeah.
If you're close
We
enough
wanna
to
build up
come.
indie wrestling.
Yeah, if you want me to call in on a Wednesday night and just let you know some wrestling shows that's coming on.
Yeah.
And
Or stuff that you just wrestled last weekend, call us and tell us the results of that, where it was.
I can do that for sure.
Shout out the program, shout out the promotion that you was working with that week, and that way we can get all these, not just Kentucky wrestling, independent wrestling, but everything around close within driving range to us, so we can shout everybody out. We love any kind of wrestling. We want to shout out everybody, because everybody's putting out a different product. There's enough. You don't have to be just dedicated to one promotion, guys, out here. You can be dedicated to indie wrestling, and
That's right.
and be dedicated to your local wrestling organization. I'm not saying that, but there's enough. There's enough time. There's enough effort to go out and get and seek out these new wrestling organizations that you haven't been with. That's what we've been doing. Even by having you in here, we've learned about a lot more Paradigm Wrestling, a lot about other wrestling organizations that are close to us that we didn't know about. So thank you very much.
You are doing yourself a disservice. One, if you do not go to local independent wrestling events, just because
Damn straight.
if you're watching the stuff on TV, it's one thing, but it's important to give back to the community. And I can't tell you all the guys that I went to whenever I was in middle school, and I went to Pro Wrestling Freedom in the Corbin Civic Center, and 5 years later I saw a handful of those guys on TV.
Yeah, exactly.
That's something, if you don't go to those shows, you will never have that opportunity.
You'll get to talk to them.
Exactly.
You'll get to talk to these guys. They're usually out there behind a table, signing autographs, and talking to the fans. They get out there and talk to the fans. You can see a future WWE star or a future WWE champion at your local wrestling organization. You don't know yet, but get out there and say hi to these guys, and they love to talk to their fans. They love to be involved. They love to sign autographs, and so what? You got to pay a little. Maybe you might have to pay a little $10 to get his.
Exactly.
Just support these guys. Keep so they can keep on doing what they're doing, and if you love wrestling, just keep on loving it.
You can pay $100. You can pay $100 or $100+ or $50, $60 to go to a WWE show or an AEW show, or you could pay $10 and go watch local independent wrestling that is 2 foot in front of you, and it's just there's nothing like it. Independent wrestling is just one of those. Everybody is in this together, and it's just And another thing, you're doing yourself a disservice. One, if you don't go to these independent shows, but you're doing yourself even more disservice if you're only going to one independent show.
Yeah.
Branch out. There's shows going on. Go to the
Make a vacation out of it. Make a weekend out of it.
Go to the KBWA or KBWC. I can't remember. Just type in KBWA calendar on Google, and you can see a list of all the shows that are booked in Kentucky: MMA, boxing, and professional wrestling. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
And you can find all of these shows, the dates they're on, the venues they're going to be in, and who's running shows. And so go to the KBWA calendar and look at a show that's going to be coming near you. And I promise you, just don't stick to one promotion. Branch out, because you don't know what you're going to be missing.
And for example, like Andrew goes to all these shows, man, and everybody knows him. He's pretty much a local celebrity his own self.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Austin Michaels and Andrew Browning very well might draw in Kentucky because all these not draw in the middle, but like people would come see this.
You might draw a crowd, is what he's saying.
Yeah. All they gotta do is say Austin Michaels versus Andrew Dude Browning.
Oh man, you know how many wrestlers you would have in your corner on that?
But you like Andrew's a testament to this. Independent wrestling in Kentucky, independent wrestling in general is just it's a community thing. It's beautiful seeing it come together, and if you can make it to a show, go to a show. Don't do yourself a disservice just watching stuff on TV. Go support your local guys that are grinding, trying to make it to that level, or just trying to put on a good show for you. Because if you go to those shows, you're going to get guys grinding to put on a good show for the people that buy a ticket. So.
That's right. And if you ain't having fun,
you ain't getting none.
Damn Skippy.
All right.
So, Andrew, got anything to say before we get off here?
Just want to say it was great talking to you, Ref Peyton, I should say. But it was really great talking to you. Just let me know when you want to join my live feed and all that, sir.
For sure.
Yeah, he does a little live feed.
I watch him. I watch him. I know Adrian Alexander does quite a bit
really
of them.
going at it that night.
I love
That's the night that we actually booked Adrian as well.
So, Slicky J, you want to say anything?
Peace out.
Johnny, you want to say anything?
Oh yeah, I just want to say, love all independent wrestling, love everyone that watches us.
Yep.
And stay nice. Nice Guy Any podcast signing out.
I want to do a special shout out to the people behind the scenes of this Nice Guy Any podcast. Sometimes we got, Sean John's not here today, but he's got some issues that he's dealing with, and mental health is real, guys. And Chris Blades couldn't be here today, and he's out trying to win some championships on softball. We got Noodles. It's my house. My son Noodles is behind scenes. He helps me all the time. We got Leon Lexington, which is my son, which is part of creator of this show. He helps out a lot. We got my cousin Jabbo that's on the Nice Guy Nation. We got a few other guys that are on the Nice Guy Nation. Johnny Lang helps out with the Nice Guy Nation group page on Facebook. And my friend right here sitting next to me on the left, I don't know, I don't know what I'd do without him. He helps me so much. He's got my back. He keeps me positive, and he's always there to like, hey, keep your head up, man. And guys, mental health and stuff is really real, and some people have depression, and some people have bipolar disorders, and some people have ADHD. Just be tolerant and be nice to everybody out there, because you never know what's going on in somebody's head, and you never know what's going on, So just be nice to everybody, and help out your brother, and just take a minute every once in a while just to say, hey, guy, you okay, man? You need to talk? And, maybe they need to talk, or maybe they just need somebody to say, hey, you okay? And then they might pep them up. You never know what's in somebody's brain. You never know what they're liable to do. Suicide's real.
And fake smiles do their job well. So it's the guys that's always cracking jokes and always smiling that are often hurting the most. So just even if you think guys got it all, they're all good. You know what? Just reach out and just make yourself available to people like that.
Yeah. So, and the guys that I have around me keep me out of the depression. They keep my heads up, and I thank Jonathan Lang, I thank Andrew Browning, I thank Chris Blade, I thank Sean Johns, I thank Leon Lexington, Noodles, and superfan Johnny Lee, and
That's right.
hopefully Peyton is going to be more involved in the podcast here because he's studying broadcast anyway, right?
Right.
So we'll,
Plus,
you know,
this is one big family.
you're invited to come join the Nice Guy Nation anytime you want. You can come and show up at. We do lives on Wednesday. You can show up, come down and help us.
Definitely won't be my last time.
All right, guys. And like we always say, go over to the Nice Guy Andy podcast page on Facebook. You can watch Nice Guy Andy podcast on YouTube. You can watch us on the we're on Instagram at Nice Guy Andy podcast wrestling podcast. We're on what else are we on? We're on everything else. I think we got a Snapchat. I think we got everything. So and check out the Fandito page on Facebook and Johnny Lee and Johnny Lee Fandito YouTube channel.
Yes.
Check out Bobby Blade's YouTube channel. He's got a great YouTube channel with all the old school wrestling
so
matches.
Fun just falling in a rabbit hole named Bobby Blade's YouTube channel.
I know, you can stay in there for
Very
hours.
fun.
Check out Nick down there at Skullface Records. Go down and if you're in Cynthiana, stop in the Legends Bar and Event Center.
Yep.
Have a beer. Tell them Nice Guy Andy podcast sent you down there.
And check out Bone Breaking Action's YouTube channel. He does great stop motion action.
And I'm gonna try to play his little video here in a second. So, no, we're not gonna play it on this one. This is a PG episode. So we'll be playing Bone Breaking Action. We'll be playing your video next week. So,
Yes.
hey,
Yeah, look out for it.
we're out. Stay nice.
Stay nice.
See ya.
Yee.
Woo.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, by the way, we're having TAO next week.
Yep.